Go! Hi, everyone, and welcome
Hello.
to the best show. Or wait, what do I always say? The best K-pop podcast / channel on the internet. Fight your aunts. All right, y'all. We're here. Me and Jazz back at it again. Hello, everyone in the chat already. Hi. How is everyone? First, let's get started because we did not have a show last week because of moi. Guys, I'll do better. But in the meantime, I want to catch up. Everyone in the chat, how have you been doing? How's your week? And then, of course, Jazz, how have you been doing? What has been going on?
I feel relieved that this past weekend is over.
Really? Dang, this must have been really stressful for you.
Oh, it was so stressful. Oh my! It's basically just because I was trying to do these cup favors. So I got like a Cricut. I don't know if I said this before, but I got a Cricut cutter, and I was like making cups for my mom's birthday, which was this past weekend. And so like my mom was like, do 100 of them. So that was like, yeah. And I'm very perfectionist. Like I'm very much a perfectionist where I just like have to come up with a design and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. And then have to like keep reworking it until like I really like it.
No.
Like, yeah. So that took me a while, like just coming up with an actual design. I was like testing so many things. And this is the first time I've used a Cricut like fully.
There's so many layers to this.
Yeah, it was just so it was stressful. So I feel like I didn't sleep properly and I feel like I was stressed all last week. But now I feel better.
Oh no, well it's good that you feel better. Well, it's kind of good we canceled because I didn't want to stress you out anymore, but that does seem
no, I was actually ready. I was like, I actually set up everything. I was like, yeah, it's my own fault though because I didn't read my phone. I don't know what I was doing.
No,
I think I was just like,
no, because I was all over the place. I was like, oh, I thought I would be able to squeeze it in because I had to go to this bridal shower thing over the weekend, and I thought would be able to like squeeze it on Thursday, but then I realized I was just like not ready at all. So I like went from being like, okay, I can push it to 10 to be like, okay, I can't do this realistically if I want to be ready by tomorrow. So I apologize, and I'll be better at like letting you know. You guys too.
I mean, I looked good, so I took a picture. So I was like, I'm not going to let the night go to waste.
That's always good. All right, Leanne, with the summer classes, I hope that they're not too bad, but it seems like you're struggling. Gosh, when we were in school, at least in college, going to school over the summer was the norm for us. So
for you.
For me, were you? You didn't?
I was spring summer co-op, so I worked.
Oh.
I did, however, have 1 year that I did go to school, but I went to school I did a class at a different college that was near my hometown.
Ah.
So I took like Calc 2 or 3 over the summer, which was terrible. It was terrible, honestly. And then my teacher didn't have he wrote my email wrong. I have a Ymail account, but I guess he thought it was Gmail because Ymail is so uncommon.
Oh, yeah.
So he was sending every cancellation of class to the Gmail. And so I would always be going in and being like, where the heck is everyone? Why don't they tell me that this class is canceled? Because I have to like find parking, park illegally sometimes, and pray I don't get a ticket.
Oh my God.
And I'm in here and it's hot because it's summer. And then I told the teacher and he was like, oh, I've been sending it to Gmail this whole time.
Imagine the
And now I make sure I highlight that it's a Y every time I write my email.
Imagine the person who just kept receiving your class cancellation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know
like,
you people.
Who are you people? What calculus class? Where is this?
But anyway, summer classes are not fun. And Leanne, power to you, Leanne. Leanne, fighting. I hope you can get through it. But yes, we are back at it again with the #1 podcast, K-pop podcast / show on the internet. So we have a lot of topics I like literally wrote down anything I saw. Um, but I wanted to start off with some quick topics, just stuff that like over the past week we may have missed, that were just like short little tidbits, not much, that I wanted to go through. So we can start with that, and then we can go to Ollie, your faith. But yeah.
No.
All right, okay, so for the first topic of the day, it's a little update on Brave Girls. So Brave Girls, as you guys know the story by now. They rose to fame a couple months ago when their song, why is the song like Rolling, when Rolling rose to prominence after a viral video, and since then it seems like they've been having kind of like this dream ascension into stardom. But a lot of people were wondering, you know, their first comeback after them exploding like this, what would like the verdict be? Would they flop? Would it be a one-hit wonder? Would they be able to keep riding this successful train? So a couple updates. Spoilers, they're really, really popular. Their song Chimat Param that they released is killing it on Melon. It's doing really, really well. I think it was last week they won SBS MTV The Show. They got their first win. They sold, okay, I don't know if you're better with album sales and stuff like that than I am, but they sold 25,000, there we go, copies of their album. I think it was in their first week. That's a lot. Like, I know that's a lot, but I know like these days, girls, like how much does Red Velvet sell?
You're asking the wrong person. I am so bad at sales and streams. I'm not the person. I can tell you what I like. I can maybe tell you YouTube streams, but like
even those though, like these days, like non-big three groups and stuff like that are getting like 9 million in a day like this. Like it's like light work. So I don't even know really what the, like, I know, you know, BTS, they're getting like 100 million like in a day, but in terms of what's considered good, like because like K-pop has grown so much, I don't even know anymore. But I know 25,000 back in the day, like second gen, would put you pretty dang high. So I was like, that's amazing. It was their first album to sell that much. And then speaking of YouTube, they surpassed 25 million views on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, that is bananas. So I feel like, do you think this is safe to say that that Brave Girls are here to stay?
For now.
You're like, I'm not impressed yet.
I just feel like, okay. What's it called? What's that other group? With the I can't, when they go like that. The boom bam,
Momoland.
bam. What?
Momoland?
Yeah, Momoland. So them. They had like 2 songs. And then it went down, I feel like, didn't it? Because the other one sounded like what is the song called? Is it Boom Boom?
I think Boom Boom and Bam. Those were the 2.
Okay.
Boom boom dun, 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 dun. Yeah, boom boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Jacket. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. I feel like they had like a 2-thing run, and then I feel like they kind of fell down. But I don't know if it was also just because your company seemed kind of messy. Because didn't like some members leave because they were like being mistreated or something?
Yeah, I remember there was some like issues with that. And I also think maybe, I don't remember it. Maybe you guys can jog my memory in the chat. I don't remember what their actual like, because yeah, they performed the song. It was very, very popular. I think it was kind of cheap because I think it definitely got snubbed at like end of the year awards. Like it didn't get its due diligence. Although there were other popular songs that year. But I feel like maybe because Brave Brothers, Brave Sound, whatever their entertainment label, has been acting really aggressively since this popped up.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been taking everything, going on everything, performing it everywhere and things like that. And I don't know, like I would imagine that when Boom Boom blew up and like they followed up with Bam, it was a similar thing, because why wouldn't you capitalize off that? But maybe it just they weren't going on the right things, maybe. Okay, everyone's confirming it was Boom Boom. Andy says, to be honest, I haven't heard their new song since it came out, but they're doing amazing, so props them. Yeah, honestly, I'll be honest, I don't really like the new song.
I didn't really care for it either, but
okay, good. I love honesty.
It wasn't terrible. It was just. Man. I still haven't heard my favorite summer song for this year. I guess maybe EXO is still like EXO and BTS are the only two.
You didn't like alcohol free? You didn't like alcohol free?
It's just not a summer song for me. I don't know.
That's fair.
It just seems so. Which is weird. Never mind. I was gonna say it's too chill, but I feel like I like chill songs occasionally because I feel like EXO's album was very chill, and I liked it. I think I just am not a fan of. I forgot what it's called again. The elevated music.
Okay. Bossa Nova.
That.
She's like, if I wanted to hear elevator music, I'd get on an elevator. Thank you very much.
Or go to a waiting room. But,
call a hotline service.
Yes. But it wasn't bad. It's not a bad song. It's just not. It's not what I think of for summer.
That's fair. It's actually funny because I would say the exact opposite. I fell off from. I really liked EXO's song when it first came out, but I kind of fell off of listening to it. If it comes up on like my playlist, I won't skip it. But like I would listen to it a couple like times a day, like when it first came out. But alcohol free, I don't know what it is, but that has like buried itself into my brain. And like it's literally, I love listening to it. I think it's the dance girlies. Like I get a lot of reels and like TikToks coming up on my feed of people dancing to it. Yeah, and they make it look so fun. And the na 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 champagne no wine. Like it's so fun. Yes, I know the choreo, guys. I'm gonna drop a choreo video.
I just saw that weird crab dance
in the beginning.
I don't know when it is, but it was out. It came on my like you know how YouTube does those clips.
Oh, shorts. YouTube.
I guess yeah. So I saw something like that for Mina doing it, and I was like, oh, that's a weird dance. What is that?
The dance is kind of like it's a lot, but I think it's just really really cute. Okay, Andy says, yeah, Boom Boom was more of a viral dance hit, but the company really messed up for them. MLD did them really dirty. See, I feel like that's like there's so many things that play into an artist popping off. That's why I feel so bad when like an artist doesn't succeed, because I feel like people are quick to blame the members and be like, oh, if the members were this, they don't have it, blah, blah. But I think a lot of people benefit from, I don't want to say they don't have it, but just having a company that's smart and like resourceful. Like,
yeah.
So.
And it sucks because I feel like sometimes it is the company's fault, but sometimes it's like that's their first viral thing or something. So they're like, I don't know what to do. This is what we should do, right?
Exactly.
Just rehash what we did before. And then it's just like, no.
Honestly.
I mean, you can do that once, but you got to do something else. You got to mix it up.
That's true. Unless you're EXID, because I'll be.
I know. That was like literally in my head as I said it. I was like, unless you're them. They did it. They did it like 5 times, and they kept it. Like,
but they're fine. Good. No slander. We love them.
Yeah.
But it's true. But I remember that used to be like the thing in K-pop. Like when you get a hit song, your next like 2 songs sound like it. Like Super
like
Junior.
Super Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
We share one brain cell.
I was like, sorry, and Simple, Mr. Simple, and the other one.
Is Mr. Simple because I'm naughty?
Yeah. It's like, isn't it? Oh, I love that song. I like that over Sorry.
Which I won't understand, because the thing is, they all sound similar, but Sorry is the blueprint.
But Simple. I think it's a dance for Simple when they're like dun 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 dun.
Blow your mind. Like
do. That was like out of nowhere.
Like I was scared.
But so was the Sorry dance break. Let's dance. Like what is that?
Not the sorry slander. Listen, it was iconic. Every single part. What do y'all think of 2PM's comeback? Okay, so
I need to listen to that.
Me
I keep
too.
I keep seeing it, and I'm like, I will listen to this later, and then I don't. I will listen to it because I keep seeing little clips of it, but I haven't actually listened.
What is it called? Or in the chat, what is it called? Because the thing is, I knew they were coming back, and recently I saw they had like a 4K comeback special, and like for some reason it kept showing me like their old songs that they performed. So I was like, are they just doing this for funsies? Like, did they already come back? And
didn't they do Ad Toy or something?
Yeah, they did Ad Toy. They did like a bunch of songs, but I could not find, like, it was a comeback, I guess, showcase, but I could not find the new song. And I was like, why are they just randomly having a mini concert? But it just would not. So I was like, that was one of the ones that I needed to listen to, unfortunately. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But I guess in the meantime, so we can like, anticipate, what did you guys think of 2PM's comeback?
Oh yeah, Loona also came back. I forgot about that.
Ooh, I did.
I need to listen to that as well. I need to write this stuff down before I forget. Even though it does come on my feed on my YouTube, I'm just like, I'll get to it. Now I have to like actually do it. Actually watch it.
LD
I'll
says,
get to it.
I thought the 2PM song was alright. I think it's called Make It. Oh, okay. It was good. Alright, it seems like you guys, it's like lukewarm response.
Yeah. It was good. It was alright. Meh.
It was friendly. It was okay. Leon says it was fun. That's a bit more on the more positive side. Was it were they giving like sexy? Were they giving cute? Were they giving grown man? That's another thing I wanted to say about 2PM. Their songs age really, really well. Because you know how like there's songs that like when like the group is like 48, like, or something, or a bit older, it might be a bit like, I don't want to say cringe, because obviously even older songs hold like a place to your heart. Like, well, like for example, SNSD performing Kissing You, obviously they can do it like, slow it down, give it a little bit of like je ne sais quoi, but if they actually got themselves in the outfits they wore in the original Kissing You, that might feel a little bit cringy or whatever. I feel like 2PM, all their songs age very, very well in like the outfits, because I was like, I could see y'all release some of this stuff today at like the age you guys are, and it would be nice.
Sorry, my mom like came in, so if I look like I was distracted.
I was like signaling for help.
Just imagine, like, help me. Oh my gosh, and now my dog's in here.
Does he want to talk about what he thinks about Loona's new bop?
No, he's gone to sleep. He said, I'm not here for chit chat.
He's like, you didn't pay me for an appearance, so unfortunately I'll have to decline.
Keep the cameras off unless you want to pay.
Andre says, it's called Make It. It's like hella grown and sexy with some apocalypse stuff happening in the MV.
Oh yeah. I remember the teaser looked like that.
I need to listen to it though. I really appreciate their grown and sexiness and the fact that they like have stuck with that for a while now. So Loona, I know you didn't watch it, Jasmine, but since people are bringing up Loona's new title track, I want to talk a bit about it, what I thought. So yeah, they came back with Paint the Town. Very cool concept. I like the chorus. I thought it looked really, really cool. I always feel like I'm out of the loop when it comes to K-pop, when it comes to Loona, because like I know people go hard for them, but I haven't found that like attachment to them yet. I want to. I'm not hating, because I feel like if this many people go this crazy for them, there has to be something there. And I think this was close. I quite liked Paint the Town. It was very somebody said Everglow vibes. Funny enough, I was thinking Blackpink vibes when I heard.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's very much like
I don't know.
Kill This Love. Even the end, I thought the end when they go into that boom, 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 like that like driving beat, it was very reminiscent of how like every single Blackpink song since like, I don't even know, do ends with them doing like a crazy dance break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was very much like that. But I quite liked it. In the music video, one of the parts that really stood out to me is that the first time they transition from the pre-chorus to the chorus, it's like this we're gonna paint the town. It does like this cool like transition from like these like angelic kind of white outfits to like literally they're in hell dancing with Lucifer and Little Nas X. Like literally,
Ooh.
like it's
Was he coming down the pole?
he's like in the back, like, "Hey, girl,
do your thing." As he's going down.
But it was like, it's really, really cool, that transition. The choreo for that chorus is very, very cool. I thought they sound great. I mean, it was.
Oh, it kind of does look like Kill This Love.
Yeah, it was kind of giving me his vibe, which I hate to say because I know Blackpink doesn't have a monopoly over that concept or sound or whatever. Lunite,
yeah, I mean,
Orbits.
You could also say it looks like, what's that song? Hate? By yeah, because then they kind of look like that too.
I don't know if I've ever watched that music video.
I think it kind of looks like.
We're about to ink the town.
I used to love that song.
I loved Crazy when it came out, but I actually never like really went up for Hate.
Oh, Crazy! I think Crazy's better, but Hate was like a good follow up, in my opinion. Let's kill this love.
Especially as a South Asian, I really liked how whoever made the song, Loona, used actual Indian instruments in the MV and credited the influence in the MV. Yeah, I was gonna say, because I knew it did look like they were taking for something. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I was like, oh, I wasn't sure how people would like feel about this, but it seemed like they didn't really get like a negative reaction to anything they were using. Description instead of using some generic Bollywood music for the aesthetics. I liked it, but I wish I saw more of Vivian go on, more and maybe more Hasu since she came back from her hiatus. And I feel like it's always.
Wait, someone was on a hiatus?
I didn't know. I'm not as tuned into Loona, y'all. You have to give me the 411. But I feel like it's always really hard with bigger groups like that because it's just like, somebody's always going to get the shaft.
Yeah.
But no, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It was catchy. Definitely something that like I listened to a couple times after hearing it first because I was just like, okay, this kind of goes off. So overall, I didn't do this with the last song, but are we giving it a flop or bop, y'all? Jasmine, flop or bop?
Because I definitely listened to the song.
Stop trying to sink the table. I would say bop. Definitely not a flop by any means.
Does YouTube have like a voting thing or no?
No. Oh my god. Although I am working on applying for memberships because then you can get emotes and then we can like use like the flop or bop emotes, which is really, really cool. Okay. But we'll see because YouTube hates me for some reason. I like to victimize myself. So moving as you guys vote on whether that was a flop or bop, we're gonna move on. I'm just gonna run through the rest of the quickies. I actually have a section where I'm gonna do our comeback corner, which is just all new songs. So I'm gonna get through the quickies and then the comeback corner will probably be last. But so
I did not.
What was that?
I was looking at the comeback corner and I was like, whoops, I did not listen to one of those songs. Or both of those songs. Let me not lie.
I was surprised. I was gonna send the NCT one too because I was like,
I was going to watch it because I see everything comes on my freaking YouTube page, but I'm just like, all right. Like I even saw like it was like before it premiered because it had the premiere thing. How like it tells you, 4 a.m. be there or be square or whatever. So, but I was like, I'm not gonna be there, but I'll watch this later. And I just have not watched it because I don't know. It can
be really overwhelming though, because like a bunch of people like come out and people be coming out any day now. Like I feel like it was Mondays and now it's like every single day of the week, so it's very hard to keep up these days.
I listened to 17 came back.
Oh,
I listened to theirs.
Ready to Love?
Also, I think that's what it was. And they charted on the Hot 200.
Ooh. Oh, I saw
number
that.
17 or something, or something like that. Number 19. Let me not say 17. Never mind.
Don't say the name.
I think it was like a high number, but it was like a Hot Billboard 200 or something.
That's crazy.
So I was like, that's cool.
That's crazy because I feel like people kind of, I don't want to say shade them, but I always see people being like, they could have been X, Y, and Z, and like they were supposed to reach heights, and I feel like they're fairly popular. Like I can kind of see what people are saying, but also it's not like they're like washed up or struggling or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I will say that I definitely saw them like as like having potential to be one of those groups that like are duking it out on like the Billboard 200 and have a lot of international appeal and stuff like that. So it's good to see that coming to fruition, in a sense. So everyone's talking about the Hello Future song. I did watch that. I thought it was very, very cute. Not my like favorite song. Don't know if I'd go back and watch it.
What, Hello Future?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I mean, it was cute, but it just wasn't my style. I don't know. Maybe that's.
What'd you think about Hot Sauce?
I don't even think I listened to Hot Sauce.
I think Hot Sauce grew on me with only I like the instrumental to Hot Sauce. I don't like how they're yelling at me Hot Sauce, but like I do like the like there's like this weird instrumental in the beginning.
Wait,
and it sounds interesting.
Is that also on CC Dream?
Yeah. I think this is probably like the repack.
Wow, I'm really behind. Is it one of those like, you know, NCT songs that people say, oh, this sounds like noise, but it's like actually a bop?
I haven't heard any like comments on it actually.
It just came out.
But I feel like I feel like they probably would think that though, because it was like because the thing in the background just sounds very weird. It's like because it really sounds like, what is it saying? It sounds like a person just being me. But it's very interesting.
Okay, I have to listen to Hot Sauce then. Okay, I have notes here. I wrote that it was catchy chorus, very cute video. I didn't quite like the video. There is a part that I thought was really, really funny. I think it's in the beginning of the second chorus. I don't know who was singing, but like somebody's singing and Mark's also in the scene, and he's kind of like ad-libbing, like rap ad-libbing.
Uh-huh.
I think it was
You said second chorus?
Yeah, the beginning of the second chorus. I forget who was singing though. I forget. Han something. What's his name?
Han?
No, not Han. Hanbin?
Chenla?
No.
Risha?
No.
Oh,
the one that be singing that likes Michael Jackson.
Oh, Haechan?
Haechan, yeah. I think it was Haechan. Maybe it wasn't. Oh my god.
Haechan, I think it looked like he sang the first chorus.
Okay, then it probably wasn't Haechan. Somebody was singing, and then like he's like, oh, you know, just like a fire flower, we like, you know, something beautiful, we rise from the ashes. And then like Mark's like, straight facts. And I'm just like, what?
Straight facts. Wait, now I gotta find this because I'm looking at the video right now. I'm like skimming through.
It probably is not even that
Straight
pronounced,
facts.
but it took me because Mark was really giving. Like, I know I always stand out for him. Actually, I don't always stand out for him, but like when it comes to NCT, it's like that's my fave. Besides my 20 other faves, but like he's like one of my like faves. Cause consistent and like he made dropping, and we know this anyway.
Did he?
Did it last down to the face fast and if it last down the stain test. That verse.
I just like the chorus.
You don't like that?
I just like
verse?
I don't really care. You put your hands in the air and let me see you. That is my favorite part.
Oh my god!
Everything else they could delete, and I would be like, all right.
Even though Becky Young's, we keep it popping and we dropping and do.
Oh no, isn't that changing? We keep it all day long. Popping and popping.
Not me acting like I stand this song and can't even get a single lyric. Like, have I listened to it ever? I think Beck's part was good too in the beginning. I mean, they sing similar things.
I don't even remember his part.
Oh, okay. LD saying it was Renjun?
Renjun.
Oh, okay.
They're Renjun.
Okay. But yeah.
I can't see who's singing.
I need to, you know what's honestly
Straight
super
facts.
helpful is, did you hear the part?
No. Now it's in my head. I'm going to be waiting for it when I actually watch it later.
And in the actual video, he was like, straight facts. Like, it's nothing like that. like I described. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, sorry. Pin in whatever we're doing. Can we talk about how, like, nah, sorry, Raul was like, coordinated bangs? You better believe it. This is the bang episode. But can we talk about the phenomenon of when something comes out, people acting like it is literally the gospel of Lucifer, but then like a year or so later, people being like, "Oh no, that song's good." I feel
like freaking Red Velvet and really Bad Boy.
Oh,
they were like, "What the fudge is this?" And then everyone's like, "You know what? It's actually in my top 5. I don't really know." I would actually put Russian Roulette like last. I don't know. And it's like, what? You were just saying Russian Roulette was better. Like, what is this?
You know what's funny? There's so many Red Velvet songs that had that same reaction. Like Zimzalabim. I feel like people have more respect on the name. What was they had Rookie. I feel like a lot of people trashed Rookie, but it's like I don't think people love Rookie now, but I don't think they're like as harsh on it. Like that and I feel like Jopping. I mean, honestly, us here are the only ones that praise Jopping, but I feel like in retrospect, people were too hard on the Jopology. You know, they could have dialed it back. But I'm glad that y'all see the light and you understand that Jopping was a cultural reset. And SM had something on their hands with that one. Ooh, okay, we have Mark. Listen, Mark's my favorite. Johnny's cool. Like, I feel like he is like an enigma to me or whatever, because like there were so many people like, where's Johnny? Like
when they didn't put him in the first group.
Exactly. It's like in retrospect, y'all are doing a lot, but he's cute. He's a cutie. You know, my main man, Win-Win. Obviously, there would be no NCT without him.
I thought it was Lucas.
Oh,
poor Lucas. Lucas and Win-Win fighting. Like next week it's gonna be like my main man, Lucas. And Win-Win's just gonna be chop liver.
Who else do I like in that group? I think those are like my main 3. Who are your favorite NCT Cinematic Universe members?
I probably like Mark, Kun, and I like Haechan. I feel like there was someone else I was going to say. I like Yang Yang too, but they don't let him rap as much as they should. I mean, in Wavy, he raps a lot, but like I feel like he's one of the top ones in my opinion, but they just don't utilize him. Because they always like to utilize the same 2 people.
Yeah, I was going to say, is he when did he join, and has he been in anything except Wavy? Because who are the members in Wavy that only have ever like been in Wavy?
Yang Yang, Hendery, Xiaojun. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh no, Kun was like, he was around. Like he was like there. Somewhere. They just didn't let him do anything. Like, and when the 2018 thing, they were like, all right, so we have two new members. It was Lucas and Kun. And then they were like, but only one of them will be participating in this whole entire album.
Why show us? What?
It was just weird. So I guess he was kind of there. He was like, hi, I am part of this. I'll be in the dance of Black on Black or whatever that song was. But that is it.
That's so weird. Oh, poor him. Poor dat. Let's see. LD says Taeyong.
Ooh.
Chan. Weren't you a Taeyong stan?
I did like him. I mean, I still like him. He's just not my top, like, 3.
LD says, I was one of those where's Johnny people. y'all were serious business. Ooh, okay. Jodello. Oh, hey, Jodello is saying that Next Level grew on me over time. What do you think about Next Level?
I like Next Level. I think it was better than their first song. Mm-hmm. I think their first song is going to be one of those songs that people think about and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like people were like, "Oh no, that was a good song. What are you talking about? I never said I hated it." And it's like, "Yeah, you did. You definitely did."
I feel like if there's like, you know how people say that like big three are privileged, which is true. I think if there's anything like that is like an anti-privilege or alternate privilege, like something that's negative about debuting under big three. It's just that like everyone just will like drag you to smithereens when you first come out because you automatically get compared to your seniors who like even if they also got shat on when they first debuted, by now everyone likes them. So I feel like with that first song, like everyone was like, "It's no red velvet happiness," and I'm like, "Did you even like that song that much?"
Yeah, it's like you did not like that. I feel like I was the only person out here saying like that was a good song. They got a new fan.
And so I feel like a lot of like because I'll be honest, I don't really care for Black Mamba at all, but it wasn't horrible. But I do think like I think I slandered it, so y'all don't drag me. But I definitely think there was just like, you know, I was kind of bored with it or whatever. But you know, there was a lot of just like, this is what SM has come to now. They're losing their top 3 status, like, you know. And it's like, where's Johnny? No, just kidding. But yeah, it was just like
it's like you already debuted. What are we doing?
Debut him again
in this group. Next level with Johnny.
Wasn't there some kind of conspiracy that like they were supposed to be in an EXO MV or something like that, or like they were ISPA? They were like related to the EXO cinematic universe.
Oh, I saw that some people were like, "Oh, I see Pink like aespa in like the Don't Fight the Feeling video," and I was like, "Y'all stretching."
What?
Stretching. Like, I don't know what that even means, what you just said, but it just feels like a stretch. It feels like it.
Do you think Schumann has met any member of
No. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, maybe he passed by and was like, "Oh, hi," and then that was it.
You say that like you're his manager, and I was asking for like a photo. You're like, no picture.
Because I just don't. I feel like they haven't met.
I mean, to be fair, he came back from the army 30 seconds ago, so
yeah. So I feel like Dio hasn't seen them either. I feel like only Kai and maybe Sehun. I feel like the younger ones.
Yeah, they probably were free. I'm surprised because there was like a video where the members of ISPA were getting different SM members to like, I think you were the one who showed me it, dance to Next Level, like Taeyeon.
Oh yeah,
like that. And I don't think there was a EXO member that was in it.
I'm surprised they didn't get Kai.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Because what's her name was in that video, that long commercial that he was in.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that? Winter was in it.
Yeah, I don't.
No, was it Winter? No, it was
I think
Karina.
It was yeah, that was like, yeah, that was strange. I was like, they're definitely trying to push her as the girl. So
yeah, I think they should do that for Winter. I think just because I think I like her the most, so we'll just push her more.
Winter Hive Rise. Andy says you're laughing now, but wait till Johnny ends up in NCT Hollywood. So that is a real thing.
Oh yeah, apparently they just confirmed like some of the members are gonna be what are those, mentors for it. I actually am kind of excited for it because I just like watching singing shows. And then once it's in English and airs on a channel that I can watch live, I feel like it's more exciting.
To be fair, it would be kind of fun. I think you're right. Maybe I'm just being like that bitter international stan that doesn't want anything. But I feel like calling it NCT Hollywood is a bit campy or gaudy. Like, call it like NCT San Fran or something. I don't know. Hollywood just seems like so like Hollywood where the people like it's like okay.
Well, maybe they'll change it after like people start dragging them. And they're like, "No, that was just the name of the show, guys." Yeah. They're actually NCT 90210.
Right? I like that. Honestly, the area code thing is really, really cool. NCT Beverly Hills. Yeah, but we were talking about NCT Forever, aespa Forever. Was there anything else that came out recently? We talked about 17.
Oh, Clement Xiaojun had a duet, but I don't know. It was a basic ballad, but like also they did an English version, so I can sing along to it. And like they've been performing that, I feel like, more than the Chinese version. So that gets me hyped when they've been singing it all over the place when they release something.
Oh, that's fun. Like in like Korean shows or?
Yeah, like they went on, I think, 2 Korean shows, and I think each time was like the English version. They also sang Beautiful by Crush.
Oh, wow.
On one of their videos.
That's random.
So that was nice.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I don't even think I watched the drama that was associated with that song, but I really
Neither did I. I don't even know what it is. But it's a good song.
But I honestly, NCT, thank you for bringing that up, because NCT Hollywood, that's such an interesting. Honestly, I will say, you know, sometimes SM does clownery, but you would be lying if you said that they aren't visionaries, you know. So
they try. Exactly. They try things and then they fail, but they keep going.
Exactly, like,
and usually it succeeds in the end, like
right,
Super Junior,
right. Honestly, it's so funny seeing going back to aespa. It's so funny even though, well, it's so funny seeing them pop off now, because I feel like so many people are like, SM with this crazy, you know, KDA thingy that you're trying to do with them, you know, they don't have the, you know, SM je ne sais quoi or whatever. And now, what is it, 2 comebacks later, and they're literally topping the melon charts. Like, I feel like SM like has perfected the formula at this point. But yeah, was there anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything. This is an old song, but I was listening to Mafia by ITZY. We failed ITZY, y'all, by not making that a hit. That song is so good. I'm sorry. You think it's bad? Was that shade?
I don't think it's, I don't even remember what it sounds like, to be honest. I'm still an IC Supremist, so like, whatever. You can leave me in the past. It's okay.
You know, I will say IC is a really, really good song. I don't think they really have a song that I think is just like bad. I really like their energy. Like, I feel like they always bring great dance moves, and they always bring great energy to their music. And like, I always say this, that if I was a bit younger, I feel like they would be one of my, like, newer to K-pop. I feel like they would be one of my top my bias female groups. So good for ITZY.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say, and I don't know if it's like zombie hours or whatever, but the girls are eating up the charts this summer. I don't know where the boys at, because I was on the melon chart.
I feel like they have. Never mind. I was gonna say, have there been boy groups that have released songs really? Besides EXO, and BTS.
I mean, I'm sure.
And I guess 17 now.
Yeah, I was gonna say 17.
Well, now 2 p.m.s and they joined in.
Yeah, 2 p.m. But I was like on the melon charts in aespa. They're number 2 with Next Level. Let's see, Haze is, well, she's not a girl group. Brave Girls is up there with their Chima Param song. Dun Dun Dance, Oh My Girl. Yes, Oh My Girl. That was another one. They're Dun Dun Dance, Dun Dun Dance, Dun Dun Dance. That's a bop. And they're doing well.
I still need to listen to that. I feel like you said that last time, and I just did not.
It's extremely catchy. Also, I feel like no one really talks about how, like, Oh My Girl kind of was like a sleeper group. Not necessarily so much in the way that like Brave Girls was, but like they're like a beautiful story of like, you know, you may not be the biggest right off the bat, but if you know, keep on putting good music, keep on like growing your fan base, you know, it will pay off. Because I think they only really started like really hitting their stride last year, when I forget what the song.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and I feel like
when they had Closer. I still listen to Closer. Like, that is it. That was like is a good song.
that was a really, really good song. That was their debut, right? That was such a good debut.
Was it?
Closer.
No way.
No. Cupid was first.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember Closer being first.
You're right.
I feel like they were around, and then I was like, "Ooh, what's this song?" Oh, I've heard of this group, but I don't know.
But I feel like not many people talk about how that was just such a like a, hey, you know, hopefully that can happen to CLC too. Because I think that no.
Well, I don't know. CLC seems like they're just like done with it. They're like, please let me leave. I feel like Sorn is like already like outside. She's like, I'm trying to get out.
She's like, give me the keys. Give me the keys.
She's like, I got my TikTok. People are following.
Oh yeah,
I'm good by myself.
Her YouTube's popping too. I feel like hang on, what? They're making another subunit for NCT. Apparently NCT Hollywood, Beverly Hills 90210 is about to pop off. We're supposed to get NCT 127 full-length album repack, new NCTU comeback, Wavy Unit active, and
NCTU.
Yeah, there was like a SM conference or something where they announced a bunch of like future, you know, stuff that they're gonna come out, and it was a bunch of like
Sungchan and what's his name better be in that. What's his name? Shotaru? Because they're just sitting there rotting. They're like, all right, so we're introducing these 2 new members, and now you will never see them again. They will have no group.
Goodbye.
They are nothing.
It was a figment of your imagination.
Did they premiere like in the last album? You'll never know. You will never know.
And you'll never find out.
It's like the Mandela effect. They're trying to like make you think, like second guess yourself.
Did they exist? Was that a figment of my imagination? Andy says, I feel like aespa would always end up popular. They had the whole SM new group weird debut song thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like it's like, especially SM. I don't think SM has a group that like was just like lukewarmly received. I feel like they always eventually, you know, since they started hitting big or whatever, they always eventually kind of. Actually, I don't think SM ever had like a flop group, but I don't think many of the big three. Well, let me not.
What?
Well, I guess it depends what you mean flop big. Okay, no.
No, I want to know now. Wait. Which one? I keep forgetting I have like short headphones on today, so I keep going backwards, pulling them out of my ears.
No, I'm gonna take that back because I realized.
No,
it didn't. Okay, I would
drag. Everyone, get ready to drag her.
Because the thing is, me even saying this is wrong because they had plenty of hits, but I just feel like the way that Miss
is it Akmu?
Oh no, Akmu pops. I was gonna say the way that Miss A was managed was just really unfortunate. But they weren't not popular. Like, so that's
I always thought they were very. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it was just like
they had Suzy. Suzy would never let them fall. She was like a floaty. They were just like holding on.
To be fair though, do y'all remember like when nobody cared about Suzy? No offense. I mean, they always did, but like back when they first debuted, I remember, was it Gia? I think she. In the bed, girl, good girl. She got a lot of attention because her.
Oh yeah, I think you told me this.
Yeah, Min had a lot of attention for her variety sense early on. People thought Gia was gorgeous. Like, it was like there was a time where people cared about other members.
And then Suzy hit puberty, and they were like, "Whoa, wow!" Barely hit puberty. They just glammed her up. They're like, "Oh, whoa, okay, she's pretty."
Yeah, that's too.
And she's tall. Well, tall.
I don't know how tall she is for real.
Isn't she like 5'6"?
Okay, that's pretty tall. Hey, girl, 5'6" too.
That's why you wanted to be tall. It's medium.
Andy says that. Oh, is that? Because
what?
Okay, there was like this.
I'm average height and I'm 5'4". I just need to get that out there before anyone starts like. Saying anything.
There's this girl named Princess Nokia, and she went viral like a while ago because she was on Genius, that Genius where you explain your lyrics, and she had this video where she was like, no lie, this is how she was. She was like,
I think I've heard this.
I'm so small and my breasts are so tiny that every man has imagined what it felt to be with a creature so small, like every man wants me. And then like everyone was like, "What's your big ass? You're 5'6". Like they were like, "That's huge for a woman," and I was like, "Is it? Like what?" Because they're like, "You're not even that petite to be talking about bird breasts."
Yeah, she's above average, so
it's not huge.
That's still, it's not huge. That's why I was like medium.
American women be short.
But I guess medium is average. I guess it's like, I don't even know.
I mean,
it's between average and tall.
Really?
Because I feel like tall to me is like 5'8" and up.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say my tall to me is like 5'9", 5'10", but I'm also tall.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. I don't know.
And then an average height is 5'4". I have to remind people.
All right.
You can look it up, at least in America.
American women, you need to get some milk or something because I'm tired of this. Why are y'all so short?
You know what? I want to look up the international height.
Andy, you have to look. It's like just type in Princess Nokia genius interview, and hopefully somebody extracted the clip because I'm sure she was saying more like weird stuff. So I don't want to make you succumb to that. Like I don't want to make you put you through that. But it's just like she's like, my small breasts. Every man wants to be with me because I am so small, and they want to understand how it feels to be with a creature as small as I. Like it was on some weirdo stuff. Hey Jessica, it's crazy to think that Twice is nearing the length of Miss A's career, not a single solo. It's crazy. Well, I feel like what happened with Miss A, shook JYP to the core. Because they're like, you know, as much as Suzy is $1 million, like literally $1 million investment, $1 billion, you know, whatever for us, the fact that everything else crumbled so badly, I feel like it has done them good in the sense that like Twice as like a brand and unit is so strong even now. Like they don't even have to have the most popular song every year, but it's like, oh yes, it's Twice, and it really helped them with building, you know, their nation's girl group image. But if you look at Sonoshite, no, let me stop. I'm Girls' Generation. If you compare, not saying that they have to be compared. Listen, I'm a once, y'all. I'm not like, it is kind of weird to see like, you know, some of the solo ventures the previous Nation's girl group had gotten into by the time they're at the time Twice is. And not saying that it's wrong or right. Like that's the path they took. And we've seen where that's got some of the members, you know, where it's got the members and how that's helped with their further career. But I do think maybe it's a bit hard because, you know, when they do stop really being that active, has the lack of really carving out like this solo space, will that result in them kind of struggling to be soloists like later on, or will it not matter because it's Twice?
Yeah, it's like weird.
Yeah, but I mean they're all filthy rich, so but yeah, 5'6" is average height for women. Men is like
5'6" is not average. And I just looked up the average internationally, like globally. It's 5'2". So
for who? Children? No, let me stop. No, every height is beautiful.
What is this? A place for ants? So this reminded me from freaking Zoolander. Children? What is this, a height for children? Out there.
I'm just insecure. Don't worry. I'm just insecure because I'm a #tall girl.
I just told you you're in between tall and average.
Tall girl.
And then Route just said that you're average, so you're not tall.
It's like I'm happy to be average. I don't know. Growing up, anytime, like I definitely roast birded like pretty early, but like I think anytime I get myself in a room with like new women, what is that sentence? Every time I meet
I was like, what is new woman? But whatever.
Every time I meet new people, or if I'm just like at work and I look around, chances are I'm probably the tallest, if not one of the tallest girls there.
Really?
Yeah, and consistently. It's very strange. Like recently, if you guys don't know, I got a new job during the Panasonic, and so I never actually have gotten to meet any of my coworkers in person. So we kind of talked about, because we're moving to get back into the office soon, and we kind of talked about how, you know, just stuff, and they're just like, we kind of stumbled upon like, how tall are you guys? And like one of them said 5'5", and the other one said 5'6". I mean 5'7". I was like, this is the first time like it's not like 5'2", 5'3". Like this is the first time I'm gonna be like average among the people I work with, which I think is crazy. Everyone else that I've ever worked with that was a woman is tiny. It's tiny. It's very.
You know
weird.
what? The fact that I'm like thinking about it. I was like, I don't think I've noticed how tall the women are in my office, and then I realized I don't think there's a lot of girls in my office.
Women in STEM.
I don't really know. I feel like, I mean, there are 2 girls on my team right now, but like I don't know how tall they are. Haven't asked. Haven't seen them. So.
Have you ever felt like, you know, ooh, it's all men, like ever in your job?
Only when someone asked about like I don't know. I did like a panel, and they were like, "How does it feel to be like black in your team and whatnot?" And I was like, "Huh." I think it was a panel for like other black people, but like it was just like,
they're like, "Hello, black. Like, how does it feel to black?" Yeah.
But I was like sitting there like, I never really thought about it. The fact that I'm like the only black person plus the only female. Like it's like I'm the only black female I feel like I've ever seen in my office building. Oh no. Oh that's God. An IT. So yeah.
That does tend to be like I don't know in terms of racial demographic, but it does tend to be those techie type jobs tend to be heavily dominated by like men, I think.
Yeah, it's mainly men.
Raul says Twice feels like a strong group. I don't really see any of them as soloists. Maybe Jihyo and Nayeon, but the rest don't seem strong enough for solo work. I think that was another like thing that tended to come up, especially early on in Twice careers, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, made the comment they felt like none of them were vocally strong enough to be soloists, which I feel like I really think that if you're put with somebody that knows how to work with you and your voice, anyone could be like, not anyone could be a soloist, but like it really depends, because I'll say this time and time again, as somebody who's been with the Wonder Girls since the beginning, I would have never expected Sunmi to be the one that was the breakout star, and that is no joke. It really, maybe when she first released what is it, the Moon song back in her first
that thing.
that thing, when I was like, oh okay, this is like a whole different, but that was like a side I'd never seen from her before, and that was very, very artsy. And again, it was because she had this concept and she was able to sell it, but
yeah,
it was, you know, so I guess you never know. I think it really comes down to the concept. Sorry, LD said, hello, black.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's
hello, black. How do you black?
It's like, and the thing is, you're so chill, so you're probably just like, okay. Sure. But yeah. Honestly, heights are so weird. Honestly, you know what is like crazy? Like, I feel like as a hashtag tall girl, I've always been sensitive about my height. And I thought, oh my god, like tiny girls are so lucky, like it's so cute and whatever. But I feel like I didn't realize people do actually get very sensitive about like height and stuff like that.
Okay. I guess, yeah. I just think that my sister stole all my height. I was gonna say that. My sister's literally like 5'8.5" or whatever, and I'm 5'4". So you tell me who stole whose height.
You have to cut it in half so you're both 5'6".
I'm shorter than both my parents, so someone did something. I'm just saying.
Someone's
and lying. She came first. So she was like, let me just grab all this height before I get out of here. I don't need that second one coming out taller than me.
5'8" girls, especially when it's like in the legs, I'm so jealous. Like just having long legs and because I feel like 5'6" is whatever. I like that's tall, but like 5'8", that's when it's like a useful tall. Like you can walk into the room and you're like, hello everyone. Yes,
but you can't find pants.
Oh, that's true. I do hear that about tall people, how like stuff that is supposed to be to the ankle like comes up mid cat. Yeah, that would kind of suck. That's true.
Yeah.
Andy says, as a Blackpink stan, I think the whole thing where Twice has no solos is smart. There are many solo stans in Blink fandom, and you know what's wild about that? Because I know like Blackpink fandom is very, very notorious for being like a lot of solo stans, a lot of Ake fans, a lot of like, you know, just mess. That I feel like that started since like day one, which is like
yeah, I feel like there's no stopping that. Even if they didn't do solos, they were gonna be there.
Yeah, it was just like where like can you think of like when, how, like if you think of like the creation or the beginning of Blackpink, why that's a thing?
I think like at least for Lisa, I feel like that dance thing helped her get fans. That video with all four of them, and she had like blonde hair. I feel like people. I mean, that's when I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be a Lisa stan." But now I kind of like them all equally. But I feel like that helped her get like fans, and then Jenny, YG just loves her.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's true. She kind of was like a thing before like Blackpink was even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just seems like I don't know. It was inevitable.
That's unfortunate. It must suck to see like fans of people that are like fans of somebody of your group mates are like going at it like constantly.
Another group that had it, EXO. EXO had a lot of Akes, I feel like.
You know what? I feel like
so many.
Oh,
so many. I remember because like you dare to say that a line sounded like Schumann and it ended up being Dio. Dio fans would snap your neck, boil you like alive, and then eat you. Like it was just like, I'm so sorry that their tone sounds a little bit similar sometimes, depending on what they're singing. It's not all the time. Calm down, calm your tits.
I can't relax. Even deny that. Like honestly, some of them are very like high strung and like protective. I feel like, you know, Baekhyun also had a really protective, like I don't know why, but there was just some fans, especially within like EXO, who were just like really high strung and really sensitive about like the way you talk. It was
crazy.
It's like, you realize he's in this group, like
I'm sorry. Like they're all working together right now. They're probably friends. Let's all calm down here. Yeah. We don't even know these people.
Yeah, and that's why I really hate Ake fans, because it's just like, you realize in like not everyone could cut it as a solo, and that's like no shade, especially like initially. Like, you know, we've seen instances where somebody starts out in a group and they have like, you know, flourishing solo career, but a lot of times the reason we know them or care is because they're in that first group, and not everyone can debut in the way that like Ailey or somebody like that did and still find success. So like that person, like those other members that you're literally like threatening and constantly bashing, they're like literally integral to your fave's success. So, you know, you would stand to like benefit from not being an a-hole. Andre says, I'm really waiting for Twice to have like an anthem type of song in Korea, the way Into the New World has become not only protest music, but now I guess for LGBTQ plus. Oh, did you see?
I thought they had that second song.
Cheer Up?
Yeah, there we go.
I remember Cheer Up being used for something. That does sound familiar, but
when you're sad.
Yeah.
Cheer up. And that is it.
But I saw Tiffany from Girls' Generation.
You saw her?
Yeah, she was actually. We zoomed.
Zoomed.
I somehow broke into her Zoom meeting. I am in handcuffs right now. But she was on, I think, some Korean news show, and she was talking about how she was like really appreciative and proud of the fact that Into the New World is being used for like, you know, LGBTQ plus, like, you know, for pride parades and things like that, and how she supports LGBTQ you know, pride and things like that. And I originally saw on a Netizen Buzz article, please y'all don't burn me at the stake, I know, but like apparently like there was like really bad comments in the Korean article with people like, I guess, bashing her for it, and then so there was that side, and then there's a lot of people using, you know, her outspoken, you know, support of the LGBTQ community to shade other people, being like, y'all, this is what real support looks like. When your faves vaguely like mention stuff and you project it onto them, that's not support. This is real support. So the K-pop
will take anything that they can get to just be toxic. It's so annoying.
I was like, what does this got to do with Tiffany?
Like, what even?
What's going on? Andy says, I think the whole Soul Stand mess with BP escalated when Jennie got her solo. I remember that being an issue, but I feel like I heard stories even before, because her solo was in 2008, and I heard about Blinks being toxic since like debut, like, and it was like,
you mean 2018? Oh. Sorry.
I remember her solo came out in 216 BC, and
because when you said 2008, I was like, is she being dramatic or just?
You never know with my foolish ass. When she came out with solo in 1993, I said I wasn't born yet, but
she's not even born yet. Hold up, how is she doing this?
Neither of us existed. However, but yeah, as an ex-SM trainee, Jay has the connections. It's true. Did I ever tell y'all about my short stint in SM Entertainment?
For a second, I was like, who is Jay in this situation? Because it's not you.
Listen.
I was like, who the heck?
It was crazy, though, because the thing is, I actually was almost an SNSD.
Oh, gosh, we're going back to
I don't talk about it a lot because, you know, sometimes
except for that one episode.
But yes, I did get cut. I was first I was the main visual, of course, but then they kicked me out. It was crazy, and they brought me back in. I was the lead dancer and lead vocalist. They kicked me out again, right? And I was like, enough is enough, SM. You have to make a decision. So they sent me back home. Yeah, so unfortunately,
the main dancer. What even?
I was the main dancer and the main
Where'd you learn like the chorus and that was it? And that's when they were like, no.
They're like, how did you get here? You're 3. I don't understand.
It's so true.
Actually, I might have been older. Like, if it was, when did they come?
I mean, Crystal can't, like, she's our age.
That's
so
true.
She debuted whatever years after that. So
I actually apparently some tea, and it might not be true because I forget where the source is, but apparently Crystal was actually the one to initially get into SM Entertainment, but she was too young.
Ooh.
So they're like, you got a sister? No, they didn't say that. But like,
oh wait, your sister looks kind of like you. Bring her in. Let's see what we can do.
But yeah, then Jessica got in, I think, due to Crystal or something regarding.
Oh wow!
I believe so. On
the power of Crystal.
Power within the power. But yeah, so I do know some tea. You know, I was almost in the Nation's girl group, but did I tell you guys how I was almost in Twice? I feel like that.
God. That's a roller coaster ride. And then Jay Park got involved. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you don't want to talk about that.
Did I tell you? Did I also tell you? I was so much Jay Park. So what happened was at the hospital.
They were like, wait a minute, we switched these babies up. That family doesn't look like this baby. And this family doesn't look like that baby. Let's switch them back. Yeah.
Luckily, the doctors did get it together. But yeah, I was in Jay Park for a brief moment.
Put on their glasses and they're like, wait a minute, that isn't. Also, Jay Park is like 3 years older than this. Not even more than that. Why is he still in the hospital, ma'am?
They have a 9-year-old. Here's your son. He's like 54.
I didn't give birth. He came in here for a checkup.
He came in here to use the vending machine. What's going on? Why is he wrapped in swaddling clothes? I don't understand. Perhaps Jay dated all your oppas before they debuted. Perhaps. Don't fund my urge. Don't fuel my foolishness. But perhaps some of them didn't debut because of me. No, stop. Perhaps I was the reason. What was the reason? Anyway, we didn't even go through like a fourth of the things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the comeback corner. All right, moving on. We're gonna speed through these. Dio releasing a solo album in July. Y'all,
as requested. It would have been Schumann. I'm kidding. But he's doing a play, you know.
He was
living it up. He's doing stuff. He's doing Hades Town. Don't forget, guys.
Listen, the Shoe Minute is until the end. Let's have the Kyung Sin it. All right. So
it's okay.
You actually sent me this news, so thank you, because I don't be keeping my ears to these K-pop, these Kyungsu streets. But yes, Kyungsu is having a solo album. Apparently, it's gonna come in July. I'm really, really excited. My fellow Kyung disciples, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we prayed on. I'm just hoping that we get the full shabam like we see with Baekhyun. Like we get a music video, we get like performances. Because I know his butt is about to just give us this album and just be like, all right, y'all
he's welcome. Gonna like, or he's gonna be dancing like this.
Do not do this to him. He's been working on his shoulders.
Has he? His shoulders going up higher? I'm sorry. I love Dio, but it's just so funny.
Don't do this to him. But I'm really hoping that it's, I mean, even if it's just full of ballads, as long as he's like giving us the whoa, I'm like, okay. But I want it to be like, I honestly want it to be like throwback R&B.
Yeah.
Pop R&B maybe.
That's what I want.
But we'll see, because I know his tastes are, you know, kind of different from that.
I wouldn't mind something like Baekhyun, but I prefer more like 90s R&B.
That would be everything. And I guess like Baekhyun, his is more like modernized R&B, but I can see like some like his songs being a little bit inspired by like, you know, throwback-ish songs.
Yeah.
But hopefully we just get like complete 90s R&B Dio. But I'm really, really excited. Like I was ecstatic when I saw this. But moving on. Oh, I'm like so hot. BTS Cream Cheese's The Rain Won't Let Up. They got their fifth week at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with Butter.
Is it bad that I'm just like, I feel like that guy awoke in like a storm. And he was like, yo, these BTS, they don't always have hits. And then the fans were like, all right, bet. Bet. You thought 1 week? You thought 2 weeks. No. We're doing 5. In fact, we might do 10. I don't know. Depends on how we feel. No.
He's got 10. I'm not surprised if like people at that guy every time it's like posted.
Like, ooh, 5th week at blah blah blah. I don't know who this is. I don't know who I added, but like, hopefully they're not offended.
But would you say from somebody, you know, who's currently, I don't know, living in America, do you feel the impact of how popular this song is according to the Billboard charts? Billboard charts.
I feel like I hear other songs more.
Like
still.
Other songs that are also on the Billboard charts?
Yeah. Like I think Peaches I hear a lot. Like a lot. I hear Good For You and Deja Vu a lot. By Olivia.
On the radio?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I hear a lot of From the Pretty and all my ugly too. POV.
Oh.
I was like, I can't remember what the song is called. Ariana Grande's. I keep hearing that a lot. still play freaking Dua Lipa.
Levitating the
Yeah. Which is, you know what? I'm not mad because I love that song. So
it was a good song.
It's okay.
Don't know why she added the baby. That
I can't listen to any other version anymore. Like, I love his rap. I like DaBaby's rapping style. It's very he fits very nostalgic rapping in my opinion.
Country southern rap.
Yeah, like kind of like Nelly. He just reminds me of Nelly a lot.
I can see that.
So
has that twang. I think he's from like Charlotte, North Carolina or something.
Probably. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another song he was on that I was like, ooh, this is good. The song that he was on with Camila Cabello.
Oh.
I was like, he fits so well in this like 2000s-esque like rap style. I was like, it's perfect.
I'm trying to think. Dang, I forgot it. But I know that I forget. But I saw one performance. She was wearing a really cute outfit.
My oh my.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like
I like how I got that from you saying he's. And I was like, I know the song now.
Brain blast.
Basically.
Oh, they was dragging the baby. Yeah, the baby is trash. He seems like a genuinely. I mean, not rap wise. Although he's not my favorite rapper, him himself, like he actually, you know, like when people are like, "Oh, this person's bad. This person's problematic. This person gives me bad vibes." He generally seems like a bad person.
Really? I feel like he's never done anything.
He is like, I think he like punched a fan or slapped a fan or something like that, and then he was.
But I feel like I heard something. I thought that was like a fan that was doing something stupid though.
You know what? That's fair. I don't know exact story, but I know that like he's been very violent. I think though it was like a misunderstanding though.
Oh well, you know.
I don't know, but I just
happens.
Like
I don't really.
You get slapped, unfortunately. And then he was currently like beefing with, cause so you know how like Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion.
I was gonna say, didn't he shoot somebody? How are we comparing?
Oh no, I'm not comparing. But like recently, he liked a tweet that said, because I guess they were on a song together called like Diarrhea or something. No, it was like Scat or something, and I was like, Diarrhea. Anyway, but they were on a song together, and then he liked a tweet that says, "Oh, I can understand why Tori and DaBaby are cool because they both shot someone and didn't have to go to jail for it." And it's like, that's
half the rappers,
huh?
I was gonna say it's half the rappers.
That's true. He needs to be.
I feel like all these rappers, I don't condone what they do. Honestly,
that's true. But it was like, you know, that's like, he recently was in a song with her, and it's like, you know, that was very traumatic for her. So even if it was like a joke, why would you like something? Then so she called him out, and then he was like, you tripping, you letting these people get to you. And then Partisan Fontaine, her boyfriend, was like, basically, you a clown, like, and don't talk to her again. So that was kind of messy because they do be like, they kind of came up together and they do be on each other's tracks and stuff. And I was like, yo, like, you realize, I mean, maybe he has no sympathy though, because if he's shooting people and getting away with it, maybe he's like, girl, you only got shot, brush yourself off. Like, it's like, but if I got shot and you were besties with the person and making music with the person who shot me,
yeah,
you best believe I'm blocking you on Instagram and nothing else. I'm just kidding. You best believe.
I'm calling the cops. Like, whoa. Yeah. If I get shot, I'm gonna be like, what the heck is that? I'd probably leave the whole entire rap game just for that.
Right? Honestly,
that's not it.
I'm like, you know what, all y'all fake.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a pop rapper from now on.
Exactly. Dua Lipa songs only. Features on Dua Lipa songs only.
I'll be Machine Gun Kelly only. Somehow go into emo, whatever pop song he sings.
2 songs the corpse. Corpse husband. Okay. Speaking of Billboard Hot 100, our girls Twice might be coming for the Billboard Hot 100 because it was released by the official JYP Twice Twitter, JYPE Twice Twitter, that in September they will be releasing their first full English digital single. So, you know, a lot of people are like, is this kind of following in the footsteps of Explosives and Cream Cheese? Are they trying to get that Billboard Hot 100?
I was like, what the heck is Explosives for a second? And yet I wasn't fazed by cream cheese. I will say that.
I feel so bad because I feel like one day, like, some person who's new to this, like, community will clip this and think, like, I'm legitimately trying to shade them. And then I'll get dragged. I'll get death threats. Which means I've made it. But, yeah. So, what do you think of this? What is... Because, you know, there's been other groups who've made English versions. Or no, because I guess this is the original single. Because I was going to like it to the fact that Red Velvet has some English versions, and ITZY has some English versions of, like, their songs. And I think we got an English version of Cry for Me.
Yeah, they have, like, several English versions.
But this would be, like, a dedicated English digital single that wasn't, like, a translation of something they already released. So, what do you think this means?
War.
They're coming for you.
I don't know. I just hope it's a good song.
Same.
That's it. And if it's good, then hopefully that means that they get more, like, fans and whatnot. But yeah, just hoping it's a good song.
Same. And I feel like, you know, for the most part, there's not many Twice songs that I just, like, absolutely hate. But I definitely think this is really interesting. But I also think it's really, really cool because whether they're actually gunning for, like, you know, the US Billboard charts, whatever or not, I always find it cool when, like, you know, just like they have, like, dedicated Japanese songs, and, like, you know, artists have made songs, you know, that are just in, like, you know, Mandarin or something like that. Like, just trying new things like that, it's always fun. Like, what would a dedicated English track from Twice even sound like? Like, would they change up their sound? Would it still be like, you know what we hear in typical Twice but just in English? Like,
yeah,
it's just interesting to see. Ooh, Andy said, I mean, they're playing the game like everyone else. All right.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting.
Honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like, it's so crazy how certain things become so commonplace. Like, when I was trying to find a performance of 17's Ready to Love, one just randomly popped up, and then it was like 17 live on Jimmy Kimmel. And I was like, the fact that that's just normal now, like, going
I didn't even know they were on Jimmy Kimmel.
Me either. That's how it's just like going on Inkigayo now. Like, Korean groups do, like, the rounds on Jimmy Kimmel and James Corden and things like that. It's nothing now. I feel like this is going to be releasing dedicated English tracks, like original English tracks, will be like the new releasing, like, Japanese albums now. I feel.
Yeah.
You know, especially when people, you know, maybe it is the success. I mean, probably is the success that BTS found with Dynamite.
Yeah. If that's the truth, I hope that Red Velvet, you know, make them next to SM. Just push them.
You know what?
I will help them chart. Me alone. I will do it.
You better read up them guidelines that ARMY have and apply it to
No, I'll make my own. I have to do my own because it'll just be single. It's just me. I don't think I can handle just, like, all that they do because I feel like it's multiple people doing something.
Andre says, I think they're seeing what ITZY, BTS, and Loona are doing in the US and jumping on that train. Though I know they don't have a dedicated English speaker in the group. That's also another...
Mina's dedicated. She's from Texas.
Wasn't she, like, born there and she, like, moved, like, almost immediately?
But she speaks pretty well, actually. From when I hear her speak and sing in English, I'm like, oh, you sound fine.
She's gonna be I guess that, because I was gonna say she's gonna be the RM then, but they've already been, like, doing interviews and things like that in America, so I guess it could be whatever. And I feel like, you know, they've all said at least, like, some stuff in English, so I feel like that's not gonna be, like, an issue, but it's very interesting. In Luna's new album, there was a full English song. Was it, like, on its own English song, or was it, like, English version of another song on the track? Wait, whose upbeat stuff are we talking to? But yeah, I'm just interested to see how it sounds, and if it does become, like, you know, a huge hit, that'd be really, really cool for them. You know, I'm always rooting for Twice, but, you know, I just thought it was kind of interesting that they're, like, you know, it's a standalone English single that's not a remake. Like, it seems like there's, there's something that they're trying here. If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I wish them luck. And then for the last, this is probably going to take a while. But for the last thing of the day, Google.org released a list of the top 20 or mid-year, the top most searched Google or idols worldwide for the first half of 2021. So it's a list of idols that were searched a lot. So let me cut to the thing. All right, so I cut to a screen where I'm showing it. And so, I mean, I always think lists are fun. I know people always used to love looking up like the Gallup poll and stuff like that. Lists and rankings are always fun. So I thought it may be fun for us to take a quick look at it. I mean, it was pretty predictable for like, I'm surprised that the top 7 weren't just BTS, honestly.
Yeah. And they're so spread out, kind of.
Yeah, that is kind of true. Is J-Hope last?
Yeah.
Y'all don't deserve J-Hope. Jungkook, V, and Jimin being top 3 is not surprising. Although, I feel like, you know how like those were like the 3, like the, I don't know, the big 3 or whatever, like the popular McNay line or whatever. I felt like Jimin, at one point, Jimin was kind of pulling ahead in terms of popularity. Or at least his stands were just very vocal and sensitive and things like that. But I guess maybe it's just solidifying itself as Jungkook now, if you have to like pick a top popular one.
That's that voice, dude.
You know what? It is. It's got me.
And then V is second. I mean, second best voice in my opinion. And then it's Jimin. And then there's Sugar. Sugar, I feel like he pulled ahead somehow. I don't know what he did. Probably, I will say, Butter came on sometime this week on the radio, and I was like, when his rap part came, I was like, yes, it could end right after this, and I wouldn't care. Because then RM comes in, and I was like, yeah, but Sugar was there, and that's because he's my bias. So.
I'm sorry, he's my bias. You have to pick another one.
Okay, well, you stole him from me.
You said your bias.
You like Jimin at one point. You were like, who's the one that ripped off his shirt? And I was like, that guy.
The slander will not be tolerated. But yeah, it's pretty predictable, like in terms of Blackpink and BTS kind of going back and forth. But I think Eunwoo from Astro and IU, I feel like, I know everyone always says like she's local, like that's like the, you know, remember when being local started to be a drag, like they're like local or whatever. So you know, her being up here, hey girls who think she's local, but Eunwoo from Astro being here, maybe because of True Beauty.
Oh yeah,
might have got a couple more.
That's true.
Johnny Johns.
Who is Hyunjin? Stray Kids.
Uh-oh.
That's so random.
Did something maybe happened? Maybe.
Oh, is he the one that left? Wait,
I feel like we do this every week with them. Guys, please let us know.
Oh yeah, he's the one that had the bullying
scandal. Okay, we do this. I'm sorry.
And you know what's funny is that when I looked at this list, I was like, I feel like Chanyeol's the second EXO person because of what happened.
His baby mama drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, lists like these can be fun because it's kind of like walking down memory lane, like wondering why somebody is like up there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm kind of behind. Let's see. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong thing. All right. And then we have Blackpink. We have, who else? Oh, G-Dragon. What is Ancient Ass? No, just kidding. That was an Ancient Ass of love because I'm also very, very old. But being a second gen idol up here, staying strong. All right. G-Dragon representing the second gen. Baekhyun. Baekhyun probably because his army announcement. Well, he's also very extremely
and his album.
And his album. Irene being top of Red Velvet. See, the thing is, she's always been very popular, but I also think maybe kind of coming off of her Escandalo last year. With her being like, I said I wanted green M&Ms. Just kidding. It's not a laughing matter. Chewy from Twice. I was thinking about that, and maybe the onces can come collect me. But I feel like the whole once is not. I mean, Twice is 9. You know, the fact that they didn't really let them be soloists. I feel like that kind of changed Chewy's trajectory, because I remember at one point, like, literally you could not go, like, if it was talking about Twice, they were talking about her, like she was like just like this like crazy phenomenon when they first debuted. And I feel like that obviously that can't last forever, but I feel like that kind of died down after a while because they just kept like their group activities so close knit.
And probably somebody was like, if you're gonna mention her, mention someone else as well, please. We don't need this being a solo show when there's a whole group.
I remember people like, oh no, we have another Suzy thing, like let's not get another Suzy thing.
I remember people comparing. They're like, all right, who's better, her, Suyu, or Yuna or Suzy?
Oh gosh, they love. Oh my gosh, and Yuna's probably like, now why I gotta be like?
It would always be Yuna and Suzy at one point.
True.
So
I remember they finally. It was like Suzy, Yuna, and Sully, and then when Irene.
Sully was there. Yeah, she was one of them.
Then they're like, oh, and Irene, but yeah, that was like.
Yeah.
But I feel like Suzy like kind of shook it up because it was like, oh, you know, SM's always known for having like the crazy visuals, even like dating back to SES with Eugene and stuff. But like Suzy was like, hey, JYP girls, they love me. They love my looks. But yeah, who else is here? Chanyeol and his baby mama drama. Jackson. I guess
Miss Jackson.
Yeah. Nancy from Momoland. That was probably all the drama that happened. So it's a lot of these respected. Interesting that for Twice, Sana's number 1. I mean, she's very popular, but a lot of them are. I mean, not number 1. She's next.
I was gonna say, isn't she too?
Yeah. We have NCT.
Oh, Lucas, your favorite. He's number 1.
As he should be. Wait, where's Win? I can't let this happen. Wow, Hyuna. Alright. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through it. There's like a full list if you guys want to look it up. But for the most part, you know, kind of predictable. Alright, moving on. So that was it for the quickies that ended up taking 35 years. But I'll probably run through these next ones and then, you know, wrap it up. So IZ*ONE might be getting back together. Crazy. Their fan base is doing what the other fan bases couldn't. So on June 19th, a Korean news outlet reported that IZ*ONE is currently in talks to reunite, with the majority of the members' agencies leaning towards the project group getting back together. So a spokesperson for the company,
like forever.
That's what I was kind of curious, because this article didn't really give too like in-depth details, but the way that it says getting back together, it makes it seem like it's for good. But but the thing is, if it's just for like reuniting, like, isn't that something you would do later down the line, like not immediately after, you know, disbanding? So I thought that was quite weird, but I'm gonna assume it's like at least for an extended project, maybe to extend the contracts an extra year. But that does seem like really crazy. But a spokesperson for the company stated regarding IZ*ONE getting back together, while we are currently in discussions with the members' agencies and leaving an open wide variety of possibilities, nothing has been decided. So I guess that's like, oh, okay, even if it's not, you know, a full comeback or something, they're like discussing it. The spokesperson stated, we are well aware of the fans fundraising. So just as a note, fans were shortly after the disbandment, fans had been like kind of petitioning and fundraising in hopes that they could get the group back together. So the spokesperson said, we are grateful for their support. However, even if IZ*ONE does get back together and we move forward with the production of a new album, we plan to fund it ourselves. Which which I think makes sense because using the fans' money would just seem really, really scummy. So I thought this was really interesting because it seemed like the first time we've ever seen like serious discussion. Like, you know, we've heard about reunions and things like that for both 101 and what is it, IOI. But like in terms of an actual like real like comeback or like reuniting forever, this is very unique in that sense.
Yeah.
So first question, do you think they're actually gonna get back together, full time or otherwise? Why not?
Okay. I didn't hear the otherwise. Maybe for a 2-second thing, like, oh, here's a V Live, and then that's it.
That'd be so cheap. Oh my god. If they're just like, hey girls, we took a picture together, our reunion, now stop asking.
We had a reunion behind closed doors. Here's a picture from our dinner. That's what they'll do.
Okay, so why do you think though, out of all the previous produced groups, they're the only ones to seem to kind of actually like coming close to possibly having like a proper, you know, comeback as a group?
Freshness.
Really? You think because they recently disbanded, or do you think
they still have their fans? I feel like 101, how long ago was that?
I think 1995.
Exactly. So the oldest member was just born. And then like, all the fans are gone. Or not even the oldest member, one of the oldest members. So, sorry.
But do you think, because even after IOI and like right after IOI and 101 disbanded, I feel like there were talks about like, oh, we don't want this group to go. Like, I feel like that's usually like the, you know, process or like the routine. Like a group, you know, y'all hate each other and give death threats. The group gets, you know, put together. The fans are like, oh, we love it. And then like they get sad when they disband. They're like, no, they have to stay together. Like, what if they stay together? So even though like they're like the new hot group that just disbanded, like I feel like they're like, this is the most serious I've ever seen the actual discussion of staying together has happened. So you think there's like a particular reason outside of like freshness that this lineup, this fan base is very like, you know, adamant about them staying together, and it seems to actually be getting them somewhere?
It could also be like the fact that there's probably not going to be another season. So it's like, who else are they going to be promoting?
That's
so
true.
Might as well keep this one that we have left.
That's so true. Because usually by the time, like, you know, whatever's wrapping up, there's a whole new group to worry about. So it's just like,
yeah,
we're already on to the next one. That's very interesting. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I was like, you know what? That's actually a better answer, because I was going to say, and I don't even know if this is true, but I noticed that in this season, maybe I'm lying. Was there anyone in the big three in 101? I know there was like a model, right? From YGK or something.
Yeah. The big three. No.
Okay, because that was my next thing. I was like, do you think because they don't have a big three member, like somebody from like the big three group? Although it's not necessarily just the big three that's like, give me my idol back. Like,
do they wait? Does IOI is one? Do they who?
Somi?
Oh, IOI did.
No, I don't think they did. So I'm thinking maybe that's why it seems more realistic, because it's like nobody has to go back to.
Oh yeah, I don't think 101. I don't. Is there another group? The fourth was there a fourth season?
Yeah, but like they were like, when the cheating happened, they're like, all right, y'all gonna head out.
I totally forgot about that season until just now.
Well, they yeeted them out of existence. They never got a proper promotion, so
that's probably why no one's like, please. They're like, well, you crushed our dreams. We can't go back.
And I feel like
our dreams are gone.
Though them along with Kind of Eyes one are like the face of that scandal, and like that's like where people feel like heavy manipulation. Like,
yeah, but 101 didn't have anybody from Big Three, and that guy from YG didn't make it in.
Oh, okay.
So like the biggest ones were like Cube, Fantagio.
Oh.
And I think that was it. I think those are the biggest companies
Hmm.
that people made it into
I guess
the
in
group.
general, any company that stands to gain from getting their idol back probably wouldn't want to do, like, they stand more to gain than lose. So like maybe a smaller company is like, well, I have this idol that was like made into this group, but can I really do anything with them because I don't have like the wherewithal? So maybe keeping them in that group would be better. But I think even Cute
Yeah.
not being a big three, they'd probably want their idols back because they have, like, you know, the funds and the connections to build up off that popularity, I guess.
Yeah. Also, 101, I'm pretty sure, what's his name?
Daehu?
Oh, no. What's his name? The one that he was Chinese. He sued Cube and whatnot, and I think he's back in China. So I don't think that would work anyway.
Dang.
Yeah, Guanlin. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned that, I remember that.
Yeah, so he would not be in that anyway. I feel like, is there someone else that did something? And what's his name? I think he might be in the army still. He might have come back. He was in this. He was in it at the same time as Schumann, so I'm like, I don't know if he came in after Schumann started and is still there, like they overlapped or something, or I don't know. So that could be another reason why that didn't take off. They're like, well, Guan Lin's gone, so what the fudge are we gonna do here? And he's in the freaking army.
Oh, also, bye, Andy. Have fun watching Lord of the Rings. See you tomorrow.
Ooh, what? Oh my gosh, take me with you. I gotta, you know what? Let's just end him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're all watching Lord of the Rings at Andy's house. One of y'all better bring them popcorn, and one of y'all better bring them Corona.
I just heard what she said.
Andre says, I'm kind of on the fence about it. While I know that IZ*ONE as a group is like super popular, I would just like to see what they do on their own since they're a project group. That's true. Like, I feel like, you know. Oop. Yeah, I agree. Like, things like the whole rumor that like Sakura is gonna be under Big Hit and stuff. I would like to see how that panned out.
I don't even.
I think she did.
Why'd she pick? I'm so sorry, but Big Hit. Why?
They don't necessarily have a good track record with, or any track record with, like, solo female
solos, females,
yeah,
all of that. Yeah. The only solos, like, didn't they only have like a couple, and that was from like JYP?
I think they had. I know they had Home, which was a duo, and then I think was it Chairman from 2AM/Home? He was also a soloist under it, but I don't really know. Dang.
And then he went back to JYP. So.
Well, I don't know, because I feel like, yeah, there's this like idea that, well, they made BTS, so they're good at everything, like, you know. So, but I mean,
where are the females? That's what you got to be looking for. Make sure the females are okay, and then you join. That's why you don't join playlists.
That is so true. But I mean, hopefully she knows what she's doing, and it wasn't just like, ooh, BTS is there, or whoever made her. But she did leave HKT48, so she is a free agent right now. Not 100% sure if the BTS, I mean, Big Hit / Hype, that thing actually came through. But
I'm surprised there's no company that was like, I'm gonna pay a whole bunch of money to take all of the like AKB48 people that don't want to be in it anymore and then make a group out of them. I'm surprised no one did that.
That would have went crazy. I guess though they would have to like buy out all those contracts, and that would probably get really, really expensive.
The Loona people, they seem rich.
Oh yeah.
What company are they under?
Please.
They seem very, very rich. Please. They should have done that. But I guess they're putting all their money into Loona. So.
They already are busy. I want to see who's gonna be under the Produce curse. Can we?
What's a Produce curse?
I feel like it's just like the idea that not a lot of people just don't get that popular post-Produce. Because we have like, Chang'e. Like, most groups kind of like this don't get.
Oh yeah, like because freaking Kristen.
Yeah.
Died.
This
2 years in.
Done. Which is just I would like play this put away the crack pipes. I'm tired of it because they won. Like, they were very well received.
Yeah.
So that weird hiatus you put them on, and I will never understand what that, like, you don't like popular groups?
I feel like something happened with like the Kyla thing.
The thing is, I feel like they really want us to
which
blame them.
They handled terribly.
Yeah.
I feel like they were just like, all right, whatever, Kyla, go back to America. And they were like, but we'll wait for you at the same time. It was like weird.
Which I feel like is like I feel like no shade. Obviously, she should get time to recover or whatever. But like, it wouldn't be the first time a group member had to, like, you know, not be promoting for a while blah, like, very weird, strange teams.
Yeah. And then Gugadon, they just did not know how to distribute stuff. They were like, all right, y'all are just backup dancers. Sejong, take it away. Take it away.
Like, why add that many other girls? Why?
Or just have Sejong be a soloist if you wanted her to sing all these songs by herself. Like, just do that. Make them another group.
They had to create a whole group to realize they just wanted to be soloists. And I'm
crying. It was so dumb.
Yeah, I'm crying on the inside because that's messed up. Oh yeah,
like, you could have had them maybe do like a song together, maybe like to promote them as a group. Mm-hmm. But even so, they would have had Mina and what's her name? Nayoung. Yeah. So it was like weird.
It really is. I will always say that, like, the people who take the produced people and then off the backs of like one or two popular people from the produced years try to get like 8 other people famous, that's never gonna work, quite frankly.
Weki Meki? Wiki Miki?
Never gonna work. But yeah, Miyu was another one that was really popular from the Produced 48 series. But I mean, I feel like she's doing well. She's not a super mega star, but I see her pop up every now and then. Oh my gosh. But yeah. It's a mess. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. So moving on, this was another thing you sent me. Tao, K-pop royalty. Tao. If you guys don't know who Tao is, Tao used to be in this little group I like to call XOM. And back in the 1930s, XOM and XOK came together to form EXO. No. Y'all know Tao. He used to be in EXO, and then during the big exodus of the 3 of the Chinese members of the group.
That's funny that you said that when Exodus was.
That's
the last album that he was in.
Oh my god,
that's funny. That's very funny.
Did I do something during the mass exodus and also the Exodus album? Tao left. Probably one of the most messy departures because a lot of people were confused as to what was going on. But anyway, he tends to still pop up, I feel like, in like K-pop spaces because people know, even though he hasn't really been active or done anything in Korea for the past like 23 years, like people know who he is. So essentially there was an issue that recently came out where he had to drag his fans by their scalps. So essentially what happened is that he has like a production studio, and the studio posted images online of like a photo shoot. And so when the images dropped, his fans were in disarray because they're like, the styling is ugly, the like Photoshop is, toe up, and they were even mad at the time that the people posted the social media post. They feel like they posted them really, really late, so it was really, really
There's
weird.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so they were just dragging them for filth, as fans do when like they're not satisfied with the content. And so it got bad, and so Tao actually addressed it, and he said, "Everything here was decided by me. I'm not hugely interested in styling and appearances, but I'm thankful to the brand for the outfit." So I guess that's in reference to the outfit he was wearing. He continued, "I'm too lazy to take pictures. What will posting them earlier or later matter? Changing outfits each time is so annoying and doesn't mean much either." So he continued. That wasn't okay. Hours later, he posted again explaining that all pre-event hype building photo shoots would be canceled. So he continued, I really don't like shooting these type of things now. Natural pictures are fine. Starting from today, it will stop. I don't like magazine shoots either, so I will stop those too. So he's basically like, all right, y'all are dragging me. I feel like I don't like doing this anyway, so I'm just not going to do that anymore. I hope you're happy. So it even got worse because he came back, and on his Weibo account, he addressed the issue again. And he said, let me be blunt. I pay attention to reality. I listen to myself. I've never listened to fan suggestions. I don't know when this trend started of taking better, faster pictures. So flashy. Why yell at my employees if you have an opinion about the clothes and the hairstyles that I decided myself? You think they can sway me? It's you like flashy people. Or if you like flashy people, then you won't like me. Go find somebody who will take pictures for you every day. Find somebody who will listen to your opinion. It's useless to me, all right? You're not getting it, and you're making me say it bluntly. You have time to type out critiques and yell at people. Why don't you call your family? He said, get a job. Go to class. Go to work.
Go to class. Learn.
So, I did cackle it a little. I thought this was funny because this is not, like, even though we're seeing this in the frame of Tao, a lot of what happened here was not, like, ununique to what we see in the K-pop fandom. You know, when people feel like the Cordy put BTS in ugly clothes, they'll drag them, like, all through the dirt.
Yeah.
When they feel like the makeup person's doing a bad makeup, they'll drag them or whatever. But what I thought was interesting was two things here. He was saying that this is something I decided myself, so dragging the people I work with doesn't really make sense. And then he pointed out, like, why, kind of like, well, he did say it in the context, why yell at my employees when it was me who chose the stuff. But I think just that, like, in general, yell, like, why yell at employees. And then lastly, he was like, so you can kick and scream and yell, but I'm not going to listen to you, so go get a job. Like, and I thought this was all very...
Or just don't watch me.
Exactly. So it kind of, like, made me think of a lot of things in terms of, like, the relationship between idols or just content creators and fans. So, you know, he called out the complaining. He said, don't like that, don't watch. But do you think that fans have the right to criticize and kind of request certain type of products or output from their idols that they support? So, you know, Tao was like, if you don't like this, go away. But at the same time, these are probably people who spent a lot of money on him. So are they in the wrong for requesting, wanting, like, the pictures to look a certain way and wanting them to be posted a certain time and wanting, you know, telling him to stop using Facetune or whatever?
The time thing is weird.
They're like, I was at lunch. Like, why were you posting a picture at lunch?
Like, I wanted to be the first one. Back. Like, that seems like so weird. You can like it anytime. So that's a weird, like, complaint, but, like, I can get maybe, like, the quality, just being like, you have all this money and then this is what you gave us. Like, iPhone photo shoot, like, calm down. It's not even like the new iPhone. You got iPhone 7 photo shoots happening and you're sending it to us. Like, no, that would be weird. I don't know how bad it didn't look that bad from what I could see.
Yeah, like, I don't think.
But
sorry, guys, I didn't get a picture.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess they have, like, some sort of, like, they should have, like, some say, like, it's criticism. You should just take it and whatnot. People always are gonna criticize, but I can get if it's, like, overwhelmingly just, like, people just being annoying and just being like, you should have done it this time. You should have put this color in here. You should have done this. It's like, ma'am, are you my Cordy? Like, I didn't know. Like, you should have been here then. I don't know. That's your fault.
Yeah, I feel like there's limits to it, because obviously, and I think this is nice that he said, if you don't like it, don't support, because I feel like a lot of fans do have an obligation to support and buy whatever their fave comes out with. And I feel like this was a very blunt way, a kind of blunt wake-up call almost, like, hey, if you don't like something, if somebody puts out something and you don't like it, you don't necessarily have to, like, harass them into, like, some type of, like, package that you want. You can be like, all right, you made something that I think is shit, I'm not gonna buy it. And vice versa. idols shouldn't like, and famous people shouldn't pressure their fans into buying stuff or supporting something they don't like by like, there's a lot of practices that if you think about it are kind of like, I don't want to say predatory, but work under the assumption that because you're my fan, you have to support what I do or put out and stuff like that.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yummy. So I'll remember that moment.
Yeah.
He's like, please guys, stream it. I don't know. I know it's terrible, but like, come on. Help a guy out.
It's a mess. It's like, even if you say something as like when an idol says, oh, I don't like this comeback, or like I heard this song and I puked or whatever, just don't like it. It's like, okay, that's cool, that's honest. But then like if a fan doesn't want to support it, or like how are you gonna like be like, oh, buy the album, stream it or whatever, if you don't even like it? Like if they were like, turned around and be like, make sure you pick up your copy or whatever. It's like, sir, did you pick up your copy? I don't think you picked up your copy.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was like, even though he was like, it came from a place of frustration, I feel like it is a very healthy idea to be like, if you don't like what I'm putting out, don't support me. Like literally look away or whatever. Because I do think, like I said, like there's this weird kind of like obligation to support everything that the idols pick out.
Yeah.
But also I feel like, it's kind of hard because in this case, Tao picked everything out. But in the cases that we often see is Cordy's or makeup artists that people just think are doing like a shite job or whatever. And I always feel like bad because I'm like, yes, like if somebody's putting out subpar whatever, like, it's okay to let them know. But at the same time, this person's just trying to do their job, and like they probably read this, you calling them a fool or whatever.
Yeah.
And probably feel bad. It is their profession, so they should expect some criticism, and that not everyone's gonna like what they do. But it is kind of like, you don't have to constantly berate the Cordies and stuff like that, like because they're not wearing, what you think. And even if it wasn't intentional, the fact that he was like, do you really have to yell at my employees and things like that? You don't have to do that. Like people who like even stuff like when people find artists or producers that work on albums and they're like all up in their grill, like this kind of song again. It's like, well, that's the song the company bought, so what are they supposed to do? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah. What was he even wearing?
I was out of line. Okay.
What was he wearing? Do you have the pics? Let me try to find them. Do you have the picture? I think you sent it to me. It was the photo he was wearing in like the thingy. Whichever one of us find it, we'll put it in the chat. But while I look for that, I really didn't link it. Oh my god. But yeah, overall, Tao, he gets dragged a lot, but I actually don't mind what he did here. He might lose a lot of fans that way. Actually, I feel like the fans don't even care because a lot of them are like, we're just trying to protect you. LOL. That's funny though. Call your family, go to class. There's like 50 pictures in here. It's the picture here. I'm gonna send it to Jasmine first.
Well, I just sent you two.
Oh wait, can you send me over Facebook? I just realized I can't. I'm in full screen.
Oh. That's so much work. Oh my gosh.
Technical difficulties, y'all.
Uh-oh. That's cool.
But while we look for that, that was actually the last topic. So, you know what that means. Reporting live from Seoul, South Korea, we have Jas.
Like I already said my thing.
Shoes minute.
I mean, it kind of goes because it is his minute.
Oh, that was the picture. Okay, I'll put the article then. So it's the pictures in this article. Champagne, don't wine, don't tequila. I feel like
There's nothing happening with Schumann. Although he has been posting pictures of him, like, I don't know, just himself. I don't even think he's posting it. I don't even know where these are. I go on Twitter and they see it, like I see them, and I'm like, all right, I don't know where these posts are from, but he looks good. Like his hair is longer. He dyed it brown because he's gonna be in Hades Town. I guess that's the styling that is required. Someone pointed out though that he looks like how he looked in Love Me Right, and I was like, wait a minute, Love Me Right was 6 years ago.
Why do you do this to me?
Somebody was like, 6 years ago, this is like he hasn't changed, and I was like, what do you mean Love Me Right was 6 years ago? Like, that's concerning. Well, calm down.
Time is a social construct, so don't believe it. 6 years is not real. Now I want to die.
It's actually yesterday. That's what I want to believe.
2015 was it 2015? Yeah, it was the repackage
of Call Me Baby or something.
I just hate that. I hate time. All right. That was the shoe minute. The fact that you run to South Korea just to give us the shoe minute and then run back in records.
All in a day's work.
Andre said, I feel like idols need to be more blunt with their fans because they be doing the most for these grown people. Some is warranted, but others I'm just like, why? And I feel like it's probably a rock and a hard place because they know like these obsessive, very entitled fans are probably the ones that are like
spending the most.
Yeah, exactly. And so whether it's the idol themselves that are just like, I can't drag these fans because they're my meal ticket, or from like a less blunt and harsh and crass point of view, but like they're my meal ticket, or it's the company that's like, you better not say anything because that's your meal ticket.
Yeah.
I remember for the longest time people were so mad at SM because it seemed like they would never take proper care or proper reaction to like stalkers and like incidents like that would happen with their idol. And a lot of people were like, well, they want like, not that they condone of like the actual violent behavior, but they like understand this more obsessive behavior is what drives sales and stuff like that in a lot of the case. So I feel like it's kind of like, I want to be surprised if that's what kind of stops people from being more forward. That like, there's like the crazy fans that take it over and maybe are like a bit too much, but then there's some of them that are a lot more lax, but still have that same crazy mindset that if you were to say
they're spending all this money.
Exactly.
They're like, I just bought every single like album like version times 2. It's just like, dang, calm down.
Yeah. So,
where's that money coming from?
It's such a mess. But yeah, I feel like it's nice to see people like speak out and call out, and like I would also like to see not just like your own fan like calling out fans when they like mistreating like you or whatever, but like fandoms calling or artists calling out stuff when their fandoms are like harassing others.
Being out of line.
Yeah, being out of line, harassing people on like Twitter or whatever, harassing other groups and things like that. Like,
wasn't there something with like I don't remember who it was. I feel like it was like 2 MCs, but I think there were artists. Like, I feel like it was Somi. Yeah.
Somi and somebody from Astro.
Was it Unwoo?
No, it couldn't have been. His fans would have like, and what?
I think it was him. I think it was him.
No, because the dude it was, that like almost ruined his career. Like, I feel like
I think it was Unwoo. I'm so sure because no one else in Astro does anything.
Wait,
sadly.
On. I feel like no. How did
it might? Know? If anyone else, maybe it was Moonbin.
No, because I feel like
I think it's Unwoo.
Whoever it was had a very like small fandom because I feel like it was Unwoo, even if at the time he was.
But this was like before Unwoo was like really really big.
Yeah,
I feel like he was getting big.
Boy, I feel like people were like
But they were still dragging him.
Hold on. Sorry.
I just still remember being like, somebody needs to just step in, just say stop.
It was Wooshin from
Up Tension. It was Wooshin from Up Tension.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like they dragged a mess out of it. Like I was like, this poor boy like did nothing. Like she was just like, all right, fans commence.
That was so
Like I don't
sad.
know. And I know it's not her fault either. It's not her fault. It's probably her company. It was probably
Yeah.
JYP or whatever saying like, don't say anything. But it was just like, say something, please, because like this poor guy had to stop like promoting for a bit because like, oh, the hate he was getting for what was the reason? Wasn't it something stupid?
I think it was something that was somebody perceives as harassment, but it was like not actually, I think. I don't know. I don't remember it. It was like literally 5 years ago. Oh my god.
Ew.
But yeah,
Ew.
whatever it was, I
Uh,
remember it was just like really, really like over the top. Like, oh my god, it was very, very sad. Especially because he was like, I don't know if they were rookies. They probably were rookies at the time, but like also it's like Somi, who's like Somi, so it's like,
yeah, and then uptension whoosh. Which I feel bad for him because I think he made it into that last group
oh,
for
X1. Oh my gosh.
yeah, I think he was the next one. Yeah, he just got bad luck. I don't know.
Uh, yeah, and Wushin had to go on hiatus for as much. That's so
Yeah, I
sad.
always remember that. And I was just like, because I think we did like a podcast about it, and I was like, I think that like she should say something to her fans to
That is
stop them because that's not helpful for this guy
yeah, and,
at all.
or at the very least, like the company say, hey, don't do that. Like,
Like
ooh,
she's fine, calm down.
yeah. Andre says, wasn't somebody dragged for being too personal with Jin, a female idol? Sobin? Sobin from La Bombe?
Somebody was-
Is that her name?
for being a friend to him.
Basically, they were MCs together on like Inkigayo or something like that. Yeah, Sobin. There and I think she said something where she like called him without like a formality, like, but she was like playing around, but it got captured on camera because I think her group was doing a V live at the time. I think it was like her group was doing a V live at the time. He had like cracked open the door and said something. But I guess like he saw that they're streaming, so he like went away. And then when she saw him, she said something, or she was like, oh, and she like ran to go after him to say something, and then like you don't actually see her, I don't think, but you see her like call like Gina or something like that, like something that was very, very informal, and then people just dragged her because they're like, oh, she thinks she's so close with him. And to be fair, I know that there's like formalities and things like that. And she just got dragged, and because she got dragged because a lot of people were like, oh, you were so desperate to chase after him, you literally ran away from your group's V live like stream with your fans. And then two was like informally calling him when you're like not only like a hube, but you're younger and you're not as
And
popular.
who's saying this? Like
It was,
English speaking people who probably don't even know
I
anything
think,
about.
I'm sure
Because like for all we know, that Jin was like, "Call me this."
that's the thing. And I know
It's
like
like,
it would
calm
still
down.
be weird, but like at the same time we don't know what their relationship is. But I think there was people on the Korean side that was dragging them, and then a lot of people on the international side who were mad at that because they were like, okay, she's just like this young girl, like why are you being this hard? And then there are
Okay.
army who are defending the fact that she was getting dragged by mentioning legitimate stuff, that there's like a hierarchy and there's like a way you're supposed to address seniors, especially if you know you're on camera and stuff like that. And even if they are close, she should save that for behind closed doors and things like that. I will say that there's obviously merit to that. I'm not an expert of like the hierarchy like system like that in Korea. That's
Yeah.
something I'm gonna respect, but at the same time I would not be remiss if there was a little bit of jealousy in there. Like, who does she think she is
Yeah.
calling my fave, like so informally? And who is this? Because there a lot of it was just like this hoe running, not hoe, but like this girl running around flirting with, and she's like chasing after him for clout. Like, I feel like there was like a clout chaser type thing. But I agree, like, even if he did, I don't remember if Jin said anything, but even if he did ultimately agree that was inappropriate for her to call him like that, because I could definitely see that at least being like, but you don't have to drag her for it because maybe
Yeah.
we are close or whatever.
It's just so weird. And then clout chasing, this is also a weird thing because it's like everyone clout chases. I feel like BTS has done it EXO has done. Like, this is so many groups do it
Yeah.
because it's like, of course, it's gonna get you more views. But like, as long as like you're respectful about it, it's not like a bad thing.
Exactly. And I think a
It's
lot
not
of
like she
time,
was like,
yeah, I think
"I'll continue."
oh, sorry, I was just gonna say, I think a lot of time when there's a friendship or some type of relationship with where one person's a lot more popular, well known, or influential, there's always gonna be like that accusation of clout chasing. Like, I feel like I'm not picking on anyone, but like I feel like a lot of times that's what happened with BTS in terms of relationships with international artists. It's like people will be so gung ho about, oh, there's this international artist that likes them or is reaching out, or maybe BTS likes, and you know their fans convey that, like, you know, get the message to that artist that, oh, you know, V covered your song, or Jungkook said he liked you, and then as soon as that person says something wrong or does something they don't like, it's, wow, you clout it, you just want BTS, or you know, you just want insert X, Y, and Z for, and it's just like, what? Like, you know, people just can't interact with very popular people without the accusation of clout chasing. Like,
Yeah, it's very weird when it's like two popular groups
exactly.
interacting or something, and they're like, "Wow, clout chasing," and it's like they're already popular. What do you mean clout chasing? What?
It's such a mess.
What?
And it's just so unfortunate, like, because I'm sure, like, not to be like, woe is me, I'm too beautiful and popular, but I'm sure for the like more popular group, in the instances where there is a more popular group, it must be really hard to just maneuver that, because it's like you don't want your friend to get dragged. Like, you yourself, maybe you are skeptical, but you also don't want your friends or whatever to get dragged. Like, there's so many friendships that like all of a sudden it's like these people were friends, and like I'm like, I wouldn't surprise if they kept it hush hush, so like nobody accuses one of clout chasing or just social climbing, you know, the other. Like, it's such a mess.
That sucks.
But yeah. Andre says they're still saying Charlie Puth is clout chasing BTS because he says he likes their music and wants a collab. I'm just like, y'all.
Have they not collabed yet?
I don't think they did that thing that shall not be named when they sang He Sung Fake Love, and they sung, and Jungkook sung We Don't Talk Anymore.
Everything about that was just, we don't talk about this anymore.
Exactly.
We don't talk about this anymore.
And it's sad because that could have been so good. Like, that could have been so iconic, but it just wasn't. You know, and honestly, trivia question, I asked this last time when I was like, the phrase, well, they looked good. That's
yeah, you said this. I still don't know this one.
That's a phrase I really love to use, and that is actually from a video, and I unfortunately can't remember the name of the channel. There was a channel. This is so shady. This was like peak Army XOL fight, but like there was a channel where they just reacted to like K-pop videos, and so XOL.
It's fine, bros.
It's like a different, like, independent, just like two friends. This you know, I think it was XOL. I remember them saying it was XOL. Had heavily requested that performance be reacted to by the group, and by the channel, and they were hyping it up, saying, oh my god, you're gonna love this and stuff like that, or whatever. And then, like, you know, it was a train wreck, and then so the person after it ended, it was
oh
so the
I think you showed me this actually.
the guy was like they were silent when it ended, like, well, they looked it good. Like, but you know what? If you don't have something nice to say, don't say something nice at all. But then they're like, this was shady. Y'all requested us to be shady. But it was funny. It was funny, and I also feel like people gotta chill, you know? Like, I definitely don't think a person should be you know, harassed for a bad performance or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if it's multiple and it's a chronic, like, you have not showed a good performance, that's one thing, you know, because you got to be good at your job. But I don't think anyone deserves to be shamed to like smithereens. But like, I love learn how to laugh. Like, I remember a lot of like of their fans were being so defensive about that, and they were like blaming Charlie Puth, and they were
Which
blaming.
is like, but did you not hear the whole performance? I'm sure Charlie Puth was out here struggling, but like
It was a group
everybody
effort.
was struggling.
It was a group strugglation.
Like, blame the sound system. Don't blame Charlie Puth.
Exactly.
Like, that just seems so weird.
It was a mess, but it was just like the sensitiveness towards that performance was just like peak. And it's just like we've seen them sing well, we've seen them dance well, we've seen better performances.
Yeah.
We know that this is a fluke, but like just admit it wasn't a very good performance.
Because I feel like if I was them, I'd probably be making fun of myself.
Exactly.
I'd have been like, you heard that? We don't talk about that.
We don't talk anymore.
This is not it.
Army will say that about Kai and Taemin since they're friends with Jimin, which is a dumb. I remember when that thing happened and people kept saying, "Oh, they're just using him now. He's popular and stuff like that." I'm sorry, like, is Taemin supposed to know everyone who debuts? Like, it's not like it's okay. Here's the thing. Not everyone, like, I know like the idol world is like a small, like, you know, knit whatever, but like not everyone's gonna know, or even in that case be able to come in contact with everyone. So if it's true that Jimin only came on like both Kai and Taemin's radar when he blew up, okay, like they're literally superstars in their own right. Like they don't have time to look at everyone who debuts or whatever. So like not saying that it's a clout chasey thing, but maybe, oh, you know, BTS started getting more opportunities and things like that. They met on like a variety show, or they met on like on Inkigayo or something like that. It's like it makes sense that as they start nearing the same level of success, you start bumping into those people a lot. But I feel like that's it was so nasty, because I definitely think, you know, and on both sides too, like EXO-L and Army did not like each other, so they projected that onto their own groups, which is just like, leave those men alone. You can, you know, hate who you want to hate, even though that's toxic, but don't try to project that onto the actual idol.
Your face,
because I doubt they care.
And this is toxic, because if they're genuinely friends, it's like, why are you trying to break up a friendship?
Exactly.
Because you don't like them, or they're supposed to be rivals or whatever. Like this figment of your imagination.
Exactly. Like people will be like, oh, I wonder if they hate them because they like took their spot as the top group and stuff like that. It's like, you realize they're multi-millionaires. They don't. Sure they don't.
They're like, I'm still rich. It's like, dang it. Oh wait, but like I still have so much money. Never mind. Continue doing what you do.
And not only that, but it's like I hate when people act like if one person gets more successful than the other, then all the success of person, like if person B gets more successful than person A, then all the like feats that person A did just aren't anything anymore, just because they don't have to hold the like highest thing. Like that's so silly.
It's like if like you looked at Bruno Mars and he had that great year of like 24 Magic Gold and all that, and then The Weeknd had his good year like last year, and they're just like, all right, well now he's the best male singer. The like Bruno Mars who? Like he no longer matters because recently The Weeknd has been it. Nobody cares what he does, like what Bruno Mars does anymore.
Yeah, such a mess. Yeah, and I feel like at this point, like I get being kind of like not wanting to see your fave get dragged, but it's like I feel like with BTS, with the massive success they have, like there's nothing to fight about. Like literally, like they won. Like, they're going to win every award. They're going to win. Like I don't know. Like I just see sometimes like some of their fans just being mad. I'm like, at what? They're like, you know, feeding y'all. Like I don't get it. Yeah, K-pop fans do a whole bunch of really bad things. Wait. Yeah, some people get so defensive if somebody doesn't like their faves. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, oh yeah, I don't really care for Blackpink. Excuse me. And then if they find out you're like a fan of like their quote unquote rivals, you're like, oh, that's why you said that. Like it's like, oh, I didn't like that last like, you know, I don't know, Twice song, and it's like, Don't you stand Blackpink?
Let's not compute.
I
Ah,
guess.
you have that taste.
Yikes.
Just gonna leave now. Couldn't be me. Anyway, I'm just gonna listen to Sugar Free.
Basically, it's like, did you like butter? No, it wasn't my taste. Oh,
Did you like Don't Fight the Feeling?
Yeah.
Ah. Thought so. That's what I thought.
Oh God.
To each their own, I guess. I don't really know. Who's number one? Thank you.
To each their own, but try better. Be better. We're just kidding, guys. We're just kidding. Well, we're not kidding about that scenario because people actually do that. They're like, I remember people used to do that with Twice all the time. They're like, ugh, you like Twice? No wonder you don't like Red Velvet or something like that. Like, they would be shady. And it's like, I like what I like. But yeah.
I feel like it's with any popular group or song. That's how it always will be. People just want to be in that group of like the popularity so that they feel kind of special.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, so
I was like, oh, that bag's moving by itself. Oh, there's a hand.
Yeah. Kyungsu, when can I move in? All right, I need to. Just kidding. He's building a new
He's
house.
not Kyungsu. Actually, invite her, please.
I think that's a good time to wrap it up. When the bags start moving, you gotta wrap it up. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming through. Again, another successful episode in the books. You know, for the rest of the week. Oh, okay. I almost forgot what this was. I will see you guys next week. And in terms of my schedule for the rest of the week, tomorrow I'll be on Twitch and we'll be doing Anime Club. We are talking about episodes 3 through 6 of Death Parade. Is it 3 through 6? No, it's 4 through 6.
I was trying to listen to you guys talk about that last week. Let me tell you, I have no idea what the heck you guys were talking about. I came in like a little late and was just like, what the heck is this show? And I meant to look it up, but as I said, I was like kind of like running around last week, so I didn't really get to look at it. But it was just like, this is weird. I don't know. Like, you'd be like, this person, I don't like them. I forgot who it was. And then you're like, but you know what? They kind of won me over this episode. And then something about like, oh, they're bowling.
Oh, yeah.
And whatnot. And I was like, what is happening? What are these people?
You know, that's a great segue. So for those of you guys who don't know, Anime Club is a series podcast I do with my friend the Breakmaster. And so what we do is we just it's like a book club. We pick an anime for all of us to watch. We watch a couple episodes every week, and then the next episode is used to discuss the episodes we watched. So we've done stuff like we did some of Tokyo Mew Mew. We did Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Antaku. We watched Orange High School Host Club, and then currently we're watching an anime called Death Parade. And so Death Parade is kind of like a mixture of like Death Note and like Kakegurui. Like it's about this it's this anime about this guy named Decum, and he runs this bar called the Quinn Decum. And so in the Quinn Decum, you get transported there when you die, but particularly you get transported along with somebody else if you guys die at the same time, right? And so when you get transported there, you kind of lose your memory, and throughout your time there, you slowly gain it back. But the point of getting transported to this club is that Decum, along with some of the other people who like work at this bar and inhabit this like area, they're supposed to decide whether you get to be reincarnated, which is like, you know, going to heaven, going to the good place, or you go to hell, aka go to the void, and like, you know, you're forever. So they basically determine whether you go to heaven or hell based off a mixture of how you acted in your life, because once you die, they get all your memories, and so based on that, they kind of determine what kind of person you were. So it's like kind of determining why, if you're a good or a bad person. But also, when you get to the Quindecum, you get they make you play a game, and they use that game and how you act during that game, and you play it against the other person who died alongside with you. How you like, you know, behave and stuff like that in that game, they also will use that to kind of supplement determining what kind of person you are, because, you know, people's memories can kind of be tainted by the fact that it's like biased to what you see or what you think. So they want like a real time action of what you are and how you react under like pressure or the games they put you under and things like that. And then at the end of the game, you know, there's a winner or a loser, but that doesn't necessarily determine whether you go to heaven or hell. It's more of how you behaved and whether you were like deceitful or whatever. It sends you to heaven or hell. So it's like kind of like would you call it an anthology? I don't know, but every episode's about a different pair that gets like taken down. That's why it's like, you know what, this guy was annoying, but this, so like for one episode,
and I was like, these are new people. I assume like after a while I was like, I guess it's like different people. I don't know. I came in so like in the middle that I was just like, I have no idea what's happening, because you were just talking about two different people in a different episode.
It gets really messy because not only are like the pairs like that come down each episode like a topic of a conversation, but then the people that actually like work in this like afterworld, they're also like their own people too, and have like their own plots and motivations and stuff. So there's a lot to talk about, but it's very like ponder replay. Like it's very like you ponder on it a lot, because it's supposed to be like, was this person actually good, was this person actually bad, like did they deserve to go here and stuff like that. So it's actually quite interesting. Even if you guys can't watch it along with us in Anime Club, I suggest you give it a try, because the most recent episode I watched, I actually cried. So if that's not an indication that this
crying, I don't want to do that.
You're like, feelings? No.
I don't want to feel sad.
True. Honestly, every time I have to watch it, like when we were watching Oral High School Host Club, when it was like time for me to watch the episodes, I was like, let's see what Tamaki and Haruhi get up to. But every time I'm like about to watch an episode of Death Parade, I'm like, I'm full Eeyore, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
What a bother.
Where the tissues at? But yes, it's called Death Parade. So we'll actually, if you manage to watch episodes 3 through 6, you know, before tomorrow, or sorry, 4 through 6, so 3 episodes. We do like 3 episodes every week. You know, I'll be on my twitch.tv/pinkcloud, and it's probably somewhere linked on my channel. And we'll be talking about that. It's a lot of fun. And not only that, but we also talk about like anime news. Like we're probably going to talk about how Chainsaw Man, that trailer.
What?
There's an anime called Chainsaw Man.
What is this, Chainsaw Massacre?
You know what? That's what I thought.
Anime?
Actually, no, that's not what I thought. I actually read the manga. It's like about this dude.
What? He picked up a manga called Chainsaw Man.
The thing is, I don't watch or read anything without the recommendation from somebody I trust. So I only read it because one of my favorite anime YouTubers did a video on it. I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And he said it was like sad, but like funny and things like that. So it's like been one that's like been like kind of popular manga. And then it was like announced that they were going to make an anime. So everyone's like, let's even go. So yeah.
It just sounds so interesting.
There's
Chainsaw Man.
It's like, I even forget the plot a little. I have to brush up before it comes, because I did like it. I liked it to the point that I actually put other people onto it, and then I just stopped reading it. So now like everyone's like ahead of me and stuff like that. So I have to go back.
That's what I do all the time. I'm like, wow, this show is great. I'm only 6 episodes in, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to take a pause for a second. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, you were right. It was great. I finished all 6 seasons all in one night. And I'm just like, oh yeah. And they're like, remember when this happened? And I'm like,
I do not.
I totally made it that far. I didn't stop when I said, watch it. No, wasn't me.
It was somebody else. But yeah, so if you guys want to come through, it's going to be tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST on my Twitch. And then on Thursday, I'm also going to be at Twitch, 9 p.m. EST. I'm just gonna be chilling, doing some like kind of surveying y'all, because there's some stuff that I want to like kind of like get to the bottom of. No, just kidding. But kind of like just get some community feedback on before I implement it. So you might want to you might want to be there, and then we're just gonna like probably chill and like listen to music and stuff. So thank you guys so much for coming. Jasmine, any last words?
That was my last word.
All right, y'all.
I have nothing else.
All right, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. I'm so annoying.